Damn, dude.
Fucking Nick's like, God damn it, I'm
Trying to make a point here.
Me and Danny are in the corner going, come on, Nick.
All right,
Come on,
that's
Danny.
Akane in a nutshell. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's Michael Jackson pretty much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Anime Summit podcast. And we got another biggie for you. I talked to some people. There were some people in our Discord that were saying that they like longer episodes. So you know what? Here you go. Fuck you. Here's what we're doing. Doing the year review. I'm Sam the Bomb. With me, I have Nick. God. I was waiting. I knew because there was some silence there that you were preparing like a soundbite. And and Danny.
Sugoi. I can't do it as well as Song can.
You heard me right, though. It's the year review, the year of 2018. What were some trends that happened this year with anime? What are some anime we liked? Our cumulative top 10, created by the power of taking
friendship.
all our average.
The power of love.
The power of friendship,
and Captain Planet.
and spreadsheets.
Captain
Spreadsheets.
Planet. He's a hero.
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
Zero.
Wait, what's that song with He-Man?
He-Man. I don't know how.
I just went into Outcast for a second. That was
Oh,
the
you
wrong
meant
one.
the what's going on?
Yeah. that's
I forgot-
officially a He-Man song now, by the way.
I
I
forget
don't
the
even know
original.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's He-Man.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so
We got a-
here's our.
We have a name, though, for our awards this year.
Oh yeah, the
The third annual
The-
Summies
the third annual Summies
for Anime Summit.
for Anime Summit for the anime of 2018. Here we go. Let's get started. We're not gonna do Waifu and Husbando of the week because they're in our awards here, best girl, best guy, and
Oh, did you guys want to intermix them during the top 10 while we do that? Or do we just want to go through the mini awards first?
let's go through the mini awards first.
Okay.
So, links.animesummit.net, you can find everything right there. And if you go to Amazon.com and type in Anime Summit shirts, you should buy a shirt. And please leave us a review on iTunes. There's a couple that I got to read, but I'm going to save that for next week. We'll read some iTunes reviews there.
And next week we are reviewing Tatami Galaxy.
Yeah, next week we're going to start our new Anime of the Decade
Anime Spotlights.
Anime Spotlights of the Decade reviews, and I hope you guys like that. So
in 2020, that will be when we put out the Anime of the Decade episode. So we're planning like way ahead of time. We all have a lot to catch up on, but
we're
we'll
getting
get
started right now. And one more thing before we get into it, someone asked me, "Hey, what's going on with Manga Book Club?" Danny started school, so like I'm probably gonna pick a book that's like shorter, and then we'll get that started, and then she'll be on the next book after that.
I'll probably be on once I'm finished with school.
Right. So, but yeah, I will get that figured out, and we'll start Manga Book Club again, and that'll be fun. So I'll do that soonish. Hopefully in the next month or two here. So anyway, Anime of 2018, the third annual Summies, Anime Summit Summies, Summalama Ding Dong, M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. Year in review. Now, Nick's got some interesting notes here, okay? We decided it'd be cool to talk about how our scores compared to previous years, and we were able to find that thanks to the Malgraph. If you don't remember the Malgraph, we did an episode on analyzing each other's Malgraphs with Manime Matt, which was super fun.
Oh, that was great.
I think.
He had Charlotte as a 10 out of 10. That's classic.
Just putting each other's Malgraphs like in the putting each other's mouths in the malgraph and then shitting on each other. And
I love when people give like interesting scores, like out of the ordinary. I always find that interesting. Like,
and then Nick every 10
I'm not
minutes
making fun. Like, I legitimately enjoy that.
Fucking Nick yelling every 10 minutes. Like, you gave the show a fucking 8? Like, what the fuck?
No, yeah, I don't get mad about the 10s. I get mad about like the 6s. Like, you fucking gave this a 6?
You gave this a 6, dude? So Nick put here, how did 2018 compare to previous years? Well, I can tell you right now that mine, the average for 2018 is 7.45, which is only 0.02 points higher than 2017. My 2017 average was 7.43, which I think that's kind of weird because I do remember liking 2017 quite a bit, to be honest with you, but I don't remember what shows.
Now I'm curious, what is the average Mal score just across all anime?
Just of all time.
No, just like the average Mal score. So like I think it's like somewhere in the 7s. It's got to be like 7.0 or something. You know what I mean? So like, how does our score compare to the Mal average?
Oh,
that's what I should know. We should. I don't know if there's an easy way to find that out. You might have to like scrape their data. I don't even know if you can anymore, but
yeah.
Because a lot of people, yeah.
Also in 2015, I didn't watch a lot, so that score is probably actually lower than it is.
Your 2016 is lower. Your 2015 is higher than all of them, actually.
2016 is when I started watching shit for real, because I was just doing it wrong. But like Nick's, it's funny because Nick's is like all like low because he's watching like shitty shows on top of like the really good shows. Well, I was like,
you might score an 8. Like, I only give a 6 because I have high standards.
He's typing it in, and I'm like, all yours are like 4.85. His 2018's 5.4, which is the highest.
I was surprised. I was like, that's really high. Basically, like all of mine were around the same number, like 4.9, and then this year was 5.4. My overall average Mal score is like 5.66. So that makes sense because if you think about it, seasonal anime, you're going to end up with lower scores because you're watching like 30 things or you're sampling that. But if you go back in time and to the 80s, 90s, etc., like you're not going to watch every single show. You're just going to watch the hits, the cream of the crop.
Find a way. Danny is like from her 2015 is 8.47 and her 2018 is 6.808. So it's like
oof.
Danny's actually gets lower from 2015 to 2016.
I'm guessing it's like as far as seasonal shows, you probably didn't watch as many in 2015, right? You only watched your favorites.
Let's see. Yeah. I was looking at it earlier.
It should say right on the graph how many you've seen. So if you go to the favorites tab on there,
yeah,
it'll say.
I actually watched quite a few.
So like yeah, for me, if you just click on,
I watched about like 19 shows. I think that's what it is.
And then go to this year. How many did you watch this year?
Yeah, because if you click on the dot on like the graph, it'll list them all.
Well, this year, like 2018, I have like a lot because a lot of them are kind of not rated because some of them were like planned to watch and stuff.
But so you had 19 that one year. How many this year?
72.
There you go. So like the higher you go, the more your score will trend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little bit downward. Maybe not low like mine, but you know, you can't all.
And the reason Nick told us to list it from 2015 on is because that's when we started being a podcast. So
yeah, and that's when like I started listening to you guys too. So
yeah, you started listening to us
at that time. Yeah, at that time I was only like watching like the shows that I actually 2015 was when I really started to get into watching stuff.
Yeah, I know for me, I had more shows in 2016 and 2017. I had like 20 more shows than I did this year. So
Actually,
like all of those shows, those extra
Yeah.
shows that I didn't watch this year would have been lower scores. So
Yeah.
that's why my score got a bump up.
So your
yeah,
2018,
2015, I started like watching the stuff you guys were recommending.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And your scores went down.
They did.
In other
They
words,
did.
don't listen to us.
Yeah, pretty much. So I thought that was interesting. I thought that was cool that Nick put that there.
Yeah,
Now-
and I think another thing is like just for me personally, I think I've started to give shows slightly higher scores in recent times. Slightly. But that's an improvement. I'm not giving everything a 4.
Now, the next thing that we put on here, too, is what trends faded or emerged. There's a lot of things that happened this year that were kind of like, ooh, shit.
Big oofs.
There was the Darling and the Franks community reaction. There was a lot of ups and downs about that. It was like you loved it
Yeah,
or
that
hated it.
that
There
show was it started off like super strong, and all of the Reddit threads and social media was like obsessed with it. And they were like speculating, like, oh, what's going to happen next? It's a mystery box, Studio Trigger, saving anime, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, I always knew that it was going to be not a good show, but, And then everybody got salty at the ending to that show, and it's hilarious.
I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it was. I definitely know it's not the best thing.
Yeah, no, I would still recommend people watch it. Like, if we're talking about shows to watch from this year, like, that was one of the biggest ones. If only so like how a show can fall apart and like what not to do in certain situations. Like people were comparing it to other classic shows like Evangelion and everything, and it's like this show is nowhere near a great show, and it like here's why. So like there's a lot of cool discussion to be had about Darling and the Franks, and like I would listen to all these podcasts about it, and I had a lot of fun doing that. So I don't regret watching it, even if I gave it a low score.
There was also Netflix continuing to like get on the anime game. There was Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, that was the first thing that came out this year, or in 2018.
Yeah, we did a whole ep on it. It was awesome. The Castlevania, even though it's an American show, I get it, but I mean
That's close enough. Yeah.
It's a Japanese property, and it was a pretty cool show, and we talked about that on here too, and we talked about that with Kai Clear and Sweet, which was pretty sweet.
Was Neo Yokio 2017?
Yeah.
That was okay. Either way,
Yeah.
well, that was one of their first big shows. Actually, I think they started with like Knights of Sidonia like way back, but
then like they're
moving up and up every single year. They're getting bigger and bigger,
and they were getting the streaming rights to shows ahead of time. Like they got Violet Evergarden and Hisone
Yeah, that was a big
Tomaso-tan and
High Score Girl.
Aggretsuko.
Yeah, Aggretsuko, Baki, which
Baki, dude.
Baki is still not. They're finishing the dub for that. And I think that's coming out in like March, give or take. Great dub.
It's
by the
so
way.
good. It's so good.
Yeah. That's a fun show.
There was a lot of great slice of life shows that came out.
Yeah, like everything in like the spring and winter season.
Gaku and Babysitters.
You had Yuru Camp.
Yuru Camp. A Place Further Than the Universe.
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
that's a big one. Takagi-san.
Well, A Place Further
After the
Than the
Rain.
Universe was 2017, wasn't it?
No, that was this year.
No,
that
it
was
this year.
Was
18,
it?
2018. We're recording in 2019, but for the sake
Yeah.
of the podcast, we'll say this year. That's confusing.
There was the whole Goblin Slayer thing at the beginning. There was a lot of discussion about that. Manime
about
Matt
the
and
graphic.
Mother's Basement did a video about that that first episode, and there was other things about it, like how the goblins were being portrayed in certain ways, and better CG animation. I definitely agree with that.
And not just like the crazy 3D stuff, but even just like computer drawn animation. It's harder to tell nowadays.
how they digitize the animation. Yeah, I
There's
definitely
still
agree
some
with that
jank
too.
out there, of course, but
There was some big sequels too. There was Attack on Titan trying to get back on the train, and the season 3 just happened last season, or not last season, but the
summer, I think.
Summer, yeah. Fucking the anti-maneuver gear guys with the fucking guns and shit, dude.
Oh, Kenny and like all those guys.
Kenny Ackerman, yeah. Overlord got sequels. JoJo's getting back on the hype train. They came out with Card Captor Sakura Clear Card, which is pretty cool after being, a
Gone
manga
for like
for so long.
15 and like gone for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Banana Fish. Well, that's not a sequel. Sorry.
Banana Fish.
That was an old
fucking-
property that they brought up. So
My Hero Academia. They kind of went strong this year.
Yep.
And they're not. The season 4 is not going to come out to the end of this year, unfortunately. But even Food Wars. Food Wars.
Food Wars.
Food Wars finished up San no Sara.
I like how they're doing Food Wars in My Hero Academia. They're not forcing themselves to do it every single season. They're just putting out one season per year.
Yeah.
Instead of doing like the One Piece thing where it's like, oh, every week we got an episode, and like it ends up their production it's janky half the time. So they can put more effort in or more time into it. I mean,
Dragon Ball Super finished this year, too. It started in 2016, I think. But
wait, didn't the Broly movie come out?
The Broly
came out this year, technically, right?
The Broly movie came out this year, yeah.
Or well, it came out in Japan like last year, probably, but
it premiered in the U.S. last week. So yeah, but I mean, then there was the whole thing with the platelets in Cells at Work.
Cells at Work is like infiltrating normies now,
trending huge. Yeah,
go to science class and they're like, here's how you're gonna learn now. Cute anime girls.
Another thing is Lupin the Third coming out with sequels. They had the La Avventura Italiana and season 5, and now they're coming out with this year. They're coming out with a movie and I think one more season.
And from what I've heard, the new Lupins are like some of the best out of any of the Lupins from across the whole franchise.
I've heard Lupin the Third 5 or whatever it's called is really good.
Yeah, and with Lupin the Third, it's like the reason it's like you don't have to start from the beginning. It's not like one big story like One Piece. You can just jump into any of the seasons, really. So I would recommend starting with these new Lupins and just jump in.
And then you can watch the movies, the 3 movies that are about each character, Goemon, Jigen, and Fujiko.
Those are a couple that I want to finish those. I started, I think, Lupin the Third Part 5, and I only got a few episodes in, but like I got busy. So like I'd love to like get to those at some point. Maybe they'll be on the Anime of the Decade list. Who knows?
Dude, the Goemon movie is made like a fucking samurai violent exploitation B film. It's badass. Anyway,
the Fujiko movie was pretty good.
The Fujiko movie is good too.
God, Fujiko's so fucking hot.
There was FLCL sequels too, and this year. And
that was a little aggressive. Sorry.
Steins Gate got a sequel with Steins Gate 0. The FLCL sequels were horrible.
Well, one of them was like mediocre, and the other one was really bad.
It was just bad.
Progressive was the one you should skip. Honestly,
just don't even watch it.
In my elitist opinion, you only really need to watch the original Fooly Cooly. That's just my opinion. You guys might disagree. That's okay, but
I would say you could skip Progressive, maybe watch Alternative, but yeah, the original is
definitely watch Alternative. You don't really have to watch Progressive. Fuck Progressive.
Yeah, but Alternative is not going to give you any answers about Atomisk and Haruka, though. So I mean,
yeah, and we had a whole episode on that. So
yeah, so you can go watch that or listen to that. But movies too. Yeah, Broly movie, Liz and the Bluebird, Mirai, which I haven't seen yet. Which there's like pretty.
Yeah, there's a Fireworks movie, which apparently wasn't very good.
Damn.
Liz and the Bluebird, everybody really enjoyed, though. So we had an episode on that as well.
Oh, wait, In This Corner of the World, was that this year? Too?
No, that was a weird one. Like that and Your Name and Silent Voice, they came out in like 2016 in Japan. And they didn't come out here until like 2017.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sort of.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah.
But interesting year for anime, though, I would say. With all the sequels and crazy sequels and people waiting on Attack on Titan shit.
And the big news, Netflix is getting Neon Genesis Evangelion TV series in 2019. That was announced.
But they're redubbing it.
They're redubbing it. So, like, here's the thing. Netflix usually has pretty good dubs if you watch their shows. Like, I haven't seen a bad Netflix dub. But, like, what I'm worried about is soundtrack and like random miscellaneous things for Evangelion, like if they don't get that right, like if they somehow don't get the right song, or like they have to replace a song or two or a lot of them, then like that would be a travesty. So I hope they get all the rights to all that stuff and it's just a new dub. That would not be the end of the world. But if they don't get the music right, I'm gonna like tweak out. So
At the same time, it's kind of like insult to injury by doing that and then raising your prices.
well, yeah,
Like-
I think that was not directly related to that, but yeah.
No, but you know what? Go to hell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Netflix raised their price. Like just this week they announced that.
Yeah. And Hulu just announced today that they're lowering it to
But
like
Hulu has
$2
like
a month.
commercials, so it's like fuck Hulu.
You know what? I've been using Hulu since last Thanksgiving or Black Friday, and I don't mind the commercials like at all.
Yeah,
Like,
it
they're not
depends
that
on the
bad.
show. If it's like a serious show, then like they put
And
the
if it's-
commercials in the worst spot.
And if it's a movie, they tend to skip them for you, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, pretty interesting year. The big stories though. There was
This how
you saw-
Takahata passed away.
He passed away. The VA for Bulma passed away.
Elon Musk came out as a weeb. That was fucking hilarious.
Fake. That's fake.
No, it's real. It's literally
no, it's
real.
Not. No,
He had
it's not.
multiple
I don't believe
tweets
it.
where he was a
I don't
weeb,
believe
and
it.
they
No way,
they
no,
shut down
no
his
way.
they shut down his
No
Twitter
way,
account for a
because
while.
I saw it. I saw some pictures that it was fake.
No, because
Yeah.
he commented on his Twitter. He's like, they shut down my Twitter because they thought it was hacked, but it wasn't. Oh
I
man,
don't believe
Really?
it. I don't believe it.
I don't think he's like a super weeb. I think he's watched a small number of anime and he enjoys a couple of them, but it's like
I don't believe it.
just
I don't
like
believe it.
he has a
I don't
tweet that's
believe
just
that.
like I heart anime, 200,000 likes or whatever. It's just like fucking epic.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
dog.
it.
500,000 likes. All right. Anyway, that's crazy.
There's
Oh.
that really awesome Giga video that came out.
Yeah, the Giga does these every year where he like does the year in review videos and he like kind of memes it and makes it hype and fun, and so we
Mhm.
can even link that potentially in the show notes or just search Giga on YouTube. It'll be up there.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is a big one was like Digibro. I know you guys hate him, but like Digibro made a Crunchyroll complaint video kind of exposing how bad their video player was and how he didn't care for the High Spice Guardian like Crunchyroll original anime and everything. And like that started a huge shitstorm on anime YouTube and anime Twitter and everything. So we can link these two, like the Gigak and the Digibro videos, because like he brought up a lot of good points, but it's like it's Digibro at the same time. So like a lot of people have their issues with him, but like he brought up a lot of good points about Crunchyroll and like how it wasn't, and like the industry wasn't like serving the fans as well as it could. So
Well, and I mean, it spawned, didn't High Dive come out this year too, or 2018 too?
they got big in 2018. I think they might have started slightly earlier than that, but
Oh, okay.
I know, you can watch there's a lot of really good stuff on High Dive. So
But I
like
mean,
Legend
there
of
was
the
other
Galactic
people.
Heroes.
Yeah, there was other people who complained about Crunchyroll too, and I think that also helped influence people to move over to High Dive and other ways to watch shows.
and the
shit.
partnership for them, Crunchyroll Funimation partnership is done.
dissolved. Yeah, yep.
Um,
God, it's crazy.
So yeah, I mean that's probably in some ways that's a good thing because like Funimation is not. I haven't heard like they're not like the best run anime company. It's weird. Like they have Dragon Ball property, but it's like that's what they got. Like they kind of like mess some things up. They're not. None of these companies are
Mhm.
perfect. So
right, and we kind of
Well,
just
you
have to,
also kind of have to understand that like
from a business
a
standpoint.
lot from a business standpoint, and even when you look at when you watch newer Funimation dubs, where we came from, the voice actors that are getting older now, like Christopher Sabath, Monica Rial, Vic Nona, like all
Vic
of them are
Lasagna.
getting Vic Lasagna, yeah. They're all getting older now, so they're not. We're so used to hearing them all the time, and now that all these newer anime that's coming out, they're getting newer actors, so it's odd for us to hear that and stuff. At least I think, like, that's my opinion and everything.
Yeah,
we also think, we also will most likely say, like, the dub isn't really that good or anything like that. So.
Yeah, and part of it is like certain actors cost more money, apparently.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the more that they do stuff, you know, the more expensive they're going to be. Like, Vic Lasagna is probably the most expensive voice actor Funimation has on contract. You know, like
yeah.
after he did Full Metal, like, that's it. Like, his career, like, blossomed. You know, like, he's probably the most famous, and Christopher Sabbath. But Christopher Sabbath, pretty much, his voice is only used in, like, Dragon Ball mostly.
No, he's All Might too in My Hero.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, he's All Might. I forgot about that. So
I think he's in Baki too. I'm not sure. Baki has a really good dub. So
there is a couple of Funimation actors in Baki. I know that. I can't remember at the top of my head. So who they are, but yeah.
I remember when I met Christopher at a Anime
sweet.
Detour.
He's so sweet.
He's cool. I met him with Tiffany Grant.
I saw interviews with him. I never actually physically met him, but he's a great guy. Especially in his interviews.
And Kyle Herbert. He always goes to Anime Detour, always.
Yeah,
and every time you walk by him, and he'll just be walking, like, among just anyone, and he'll just be like, "Hey, Kyle," and he'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, he's just, like, really cool. Like, he's super sick. But yeah, interesting year, you guys. It's been so crazy. Oh my god. But
yeah, we should mention quick a lot of, like, the really big companies are getting into anime now. I think AT&T.
Oh yeah.
Bought up, like, Crunchyroll. And, like, that's why Crunchyroll and Funimation split apart, is, like, these big companies are swallowing them up. So international streaming is getting huge. Yep, it's getting bigger. GG.
That's another reason why I really want to see Broly in the theater. I was supposed to go yesterday, and I was supposed to go last week. But that's another reason why I want to see the Dragon Ball Super movie in the theater, because by the time you listen to this episode, I probably would have already seen it. Yeah, but I mean, no, seriously, like, when you do that, when you go see anime films in the theater, whether it's an event showing or just a one-time showing and stuff, you're helping, you know what I mean, by making it popular here, and more people will do stuff to make sure we can consume anime in easier and cheaper ways. So boom, there you go. So here's what we did. We got a little mini summies thing going on, not like our seasonal reviews, but we got best OP, ED, best girl, best guy, some other things. And then we're going to talk about our top 10 of 2018, our cumulative top 10 made from our top 10 list, just like we did last year. The three of us did last year. So here we go. Let's get into it. God damn it. Best OP. Best original pooper. Is that what OP stands for?
Best original pooper.
Yep.
Super duper pooper scooper.
The super pooper.
Before we start, none of us picked Kokoku, which is actually the best OP of the year.
No.
Link in the
Then
show
why didn't
notes.
you pick it?
No.
Why didn't
Google
you pick it, Nick?
Kokoku.
No.
The greatest OP of 2018
No.
by a mile. It's a banger. Everyone listen and watch.
Shut up, Nick. No one wants.
Why didn't
no
Nick,
one
why
wants to
didn't you
hear
pick it?
your opinion.
Nick, why didn't you pick it then?
Because we'll get to mine. I picked a fun one that I liked.
Okay, Danny, let's go in the order we have it. So we have it Danny, Nick, and me in each of these things.
So the
let's
real number
start
one
with-
is Kokoku, and then these are all second
Fuck
place.
you.
Shut
no,
up,
it's not.
Nick. God. All right, go ahead, Danny's.
My best OP is the Hanibado opening by Eureka. It's just so pretty, and it's so well animated. Oh, I love it. There is actually a lot of good OPs this year. Oh, well, not this year. In 2018. There was the otaku OP. It's difficult to love an otaku. After the Reigns OP was pretty great.
Danny, you get one nomination.
I understand that, but I'm just like
mentioning. I kind of mentioned.
I'm doing honorable mentions. So
Everyone yell at Danny.
I mean, another favorite of mine was bed and breakfast for the spirits. That one I like too. So, but Hanebado is definitely the winner for me. It's
Mother's Basement did a video on this one.
It's very
Everyone
well
check it out.
animated. So
Was that
Okay,
by
Nick.
it's so catchy.
what studio did that one?
Linden Films.
Leiden?
Leiden Films, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think they're relatively new. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
I like how you can
it's
see their
definitely-
muscles move in Hanebado.
It's like normally I'm very picky when it comes to sport anime, when it comes to women, and this one was very well done. Just it felt like I was watching the typical fan service sports anime with males and stuff, but except it's with women. So it definitely, Hanebato's definitely put itself on the map with that, in my opinion at least.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you for the Hanebado review, Danny. We're talking about the OP, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when I was watching this, I never skipped the opening. I've watched it, from beginning to end, and it just makes me so happy and excited that I'm watching Hanebado. This is
The
like,
unskippable
awesome.
OP. Yes.
It is the unskippable.
And Danny skips
OP.
every opening and ending. Danny has no
Not
soul
all the time.
when it comes to those.
Hey, I may have no soul, but there are certain ones that I don't skip. So, leave me alone.
So Nick, what do you got?
I picked, instead of Kokoku, even though it's really the best one, I picked Pop Team Epic by Sumire
Okay, moving on.
Uesaka.
For sure.
Have you guys watched this
move on.
opening? It is
Let's
fucking,
move on.
it's a trip, dude. It is awesome. There's like 1,000 things happening in this. It's great. They turn them into little toothpaste. They smash the TV.
Toothpaste.
Dude, have you watched it? Click on it right now and watch it.
I'm good.
This is so good. Dude, when they open the fridge and Popoko is like sleeping in there, like little napping, it's like fucking, oh my God, dude. The thing about the Pop Team Epic OP is like, there's references to like anime and culture in there, like every frame of the OP. So it's just like, there's a lot to like unpack, and I don't even know all of it. I can't even catch them all. It's so fast. Like, it's great. Catchy song, cute little girls turning into toothpaste, being little shits. It's great. Pop Team Epic. Best OP of the year.
No, it's not.
I like the song from Kokoku because Miyavi is in it. Man, I love Miyavi. But I picked Aggretsuko mainly because I'm a metalhead and I love Aggretsuko. Everyone knows I love Aggretsuko. It's not like a secret. Like, I fucking love Red Panda Face Johnson screaming into a microphone. But like, I also just like her dancing around all cute with a pink background and then just like this metal song like happening, like, and it's by, I couldn't find the name of it. I think they just called it the Aggretsuko theme, but it's by Miura Jam. And but like it switches from like a black and white scene of her screaming into a mic to a colored scene of her dancing all cute and being a red panda and in her little work uniform and shit. Fucking, I love Aggretsuko. Like, we'll talk more about it later, but Red Panda Face Johnson, that's all you need to know. Red Panda Face Johnsons and death metal. And Manime Matt did a good video on it called Aggretsuko and Mocking Work Culture, which is a great video. Shout out to Manime Matt on that one. Because working sucks. Anyway. Real jobs are for butt sniffers. And that makes me sound super lazy, but I'm not. Like, I do work a real job. We all work real jobs.
I'm lazy.
I don't work a real job.
And we totally get it.
Not yet, at least.
I guess retail. Yeah, retail sucks.
Retail sucks.
It's a real shitty job.
I'm Honda-san.
Yeah.
Basically.
who I
Danny's
am.
Skullface
I'm
Johnson.
Honda-san. Yeah, I'm Skullface Johnson. Except I work at a shoe store. I work at Journey.
So with the openings, I'm just imagining Honda-san working at where Danny works. So of course, with best openings, we got best endings. Danny.
I picked the ending for Megalo Box, which is by Nakamura Imami.
So good.
I love this song. I actually listened to this song. It's on my playlist on Amazon Music.
The only thing I'll say about this one is there's no animation.
I mean, but honestly,
You fell into the trap,
like it.
Danny, of just the song.
But I like it though. No,
Fell
it's
into
not
the
even
trap,
that.
Danny.
It's not even a trap. You know, like it's different. You know, it's different from everything else. You know,
It's like a movie scroll at the end.
It is a movie scroll,
it's
and
like
I like it like that. And not only that, it has like the cool neon lettering. Like
and it's something I could make in 20 minutes, and I don't even know how to make that.
But isn't that? But I think that's
I'm just
what
kidding.
makes it great, though. It's so simple and eye-catching.
I would argue.
But simple.
But I will say the
simple
song is
can
great.
be good, though. Simple can be good, and I think it works well with the like era and the scene of Megalo Box, because Megalo Box is very like gritty, and it has that like cowboy desert theme mixed in with like boxing. So
yeah,
and it works well. It has like that Vegas-y kind of look to it.
it's like Ashina no
Yeah.
Jo mixed with like early 2000s, 90s anime.
like-
or
it's like
90s.
fight night gambling and shit.
Yeah. Fight Club, you know,
Danny,
that kind of thing. I'm sorry.
talk about Fight Club, dog.
Don't talk
I'm
about it,
sorry.
Danny. All right,
It's the first rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about it.
moving on to my favorite OP.
No, we
I
can
hope
just skip yours.
I hope
it's
this
fine.
is the right name because there's like 3 different versions, but Le Temps de la Rentre. I pronounced that
I think you said that
splendidly.
right.
It's Koi no Shingaki by D Pi, and then also various other artists. I think they got the voice actresses to sing this one. This is for Hisone Tomaso-tan, which is on Netflix.
Yeah.
Studio Bones.
I love the animation to this.
Yeah, this is great. They're
It's-
just like dancing around. They got
It's-
like this
yeah, it's-
hip, like 60s sounding music. Like it's like Showa era period,
Yeah.
and they're just kind of swaying back and forth. Boop a doop a doop boop. It's great. All you can see the girls' personalities and the way they move and stuff, and you know it's just a little catchy. It's not
Anytime
it's not your
there's
typical
a-
anime opening. It doesn't sound anything like most.
You mean
openings.
ending? Not
Ending.
not
Yeah,
opening,
well, it's
ending.
same for opening, but yeah.
I love openings and endings where the characters are dancing to the song. Like, I don't know why. I just always love that. Like, the opening to Tenjo Tenge is really awesome. Like, I fucking love that, even though that anime's terrible. But yeah, I love this. I love that. And I like in Konosuba, the second opening to Konosuba, where there's little parts of them doing the little
Yeah.
dance and then turn around and thumbs up. Like, yeah, I love that. This is a good one.
They got the
Good picnic.
characters. They got the little patterns in the background. It slows down, speeds up. God, so good.
It's
That's
sad
so
I didn't
good.
finish. It's sad I didn't finish it.
It was a pretty decent show. It was decent.
Yeah.
It started out better than it finished, I'll say. Yeah, I didn't put it in my top 10, but it's worth watching. It's on Netflix. Easy to find it.
I
Sam?
might watch it. I might rewatch it. Is it? Does it have a dub? Did
Yeah, it's
Netflix
on
dub it?
Netflix. They dub everything.
Well,
Yeah.
not all of them are dubbed though.
I think they are.
No, this one I think.
There's
this
some
one I
that
think
aren't
is.
dubbed. That's Netflix originals, and some of them aren't. So.
Yeah, there's a couple, but I think this one is.
No, it is. It is. I've watched part of it.
Yeah. I picked Inkia Impulse from Asobi Asobase, and that's by
It's the same as your other ones. It's the opening and ending are the same metal song, Sam.
No,
It's
they're not the same.
It's not the same.
This one's better than the Aggretsuko one. I'll give you that. Aggretsuko is like 40 seconds. So.
But I love this because it's like the show is very vibrantly colored, ridiculous comedy, and then the ending is just dark,
nitty gritty, dark metal,
dark gritty neon colors with a melodic metalcore song,
and with the three of them playing the instruments.
Yeah, they're all screaming, but one's on the drums, one's on the guitar, and
so
one's on the
good.
bass.
I love it.
It's the juxtaposition.
Their opening, Asobi Asobase's opening is pretty good too.
Yeah, the opening to it is like a typical cute girl show opening, and it's so like sweet and pure. And then the ending is like they're just these little shitheads playing guitar, and like they're so like angry and metal, and that's kind of the show in a nutshell.
Yeah, it really like tells what the show is actually about, which is great. So.
Yeah, it's great. I love Asobi Asobase.
Yeah, the animation on the ending is cool too, because it's like really sketchy characters. They like don't even have an outline.
Like,
it's just a bunch of scribbles.
And it's like neon marker on blackboard or however, It looks super cool. Neon lights on black. That being said, let's move on to Best Girl of the Year. Oh shit!
Speaking of Asobase, Danny.
My best girl is Hanako. From Asobi Asobase. I love her. She's so I can't. Like that voice actress, she needs an award. Like she literally needs an award. I've never heard a Japanese voice actress scream like that in a comedy.
Yeah, she's a new actor.
So good.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I love her. She is so good. I can't. Yeah. Hanako is the best.
The person who sings the ending theme is her voice actress.
Yeah, they get the characters to sing it.
They get the characters to sing it, yeah. But and I don't really go. The thing is, this is like a surprise to even me. Is I don't really go for the twin-tailed characters. So
shallow, Danny.
Hanako, I'm sorry, but Hanako is the first, and I love her. I love her like sleazy comments on things and everything.
Yeah, she's like a spoiled rich girl, and she
Yeah.
orchestrates all of the hijinks that the after school club does.
Yeah. I think her personality really gets expressed a lot is in episode 12 with the baby. And how yeah. So,
And that baby was a shithead too.
that baby was such a shithead. Yeah. But
Okay,
I also
so-
yeah. Okay.
So I just gotta make a correction to my best ending here, because it's the three girls, it's the three voice actresses who sing the clean parts, and the instrumentals and screaming is done by the Japanese band Her Name in Blood.
Oh,
So
sweet.
yeah, that's dope.
Good catch.
Yeah, Ikipi and KSKN from Her Name in Blood. There you go. Yeah, Hanako is legit though. She's hilarious.
All three of the girls in that show are great. I like Olivia too, but yeah, Hanako is like the
Olivia, dude.
most memorable, probably.
Yeah.
Sugoi.
Sugoi.
Wait, was that Olivia who did that, or?
No, that was Hanako,
Was it Hanako?
I think, or the one without the glasses. Yeah.
It might have been.
I think that might have been Olivia. Anyway, I could rewatch this. Need an excuse.
Sugoi.
There's no way they can dub that show. Like, it's not going to be as good.
No.
So
Nick,
yeah,
what do you
my
got?
choice. I picked one out of left field. I picked Takagi from Teasing Master Takagi-san.
Forehead chain is what.
Dude, 5-head. She has like a 6-head. It's great. Meme worthy. I love like the photoshops where you can't tell if they shopped her, but like you're pretty sure her head's bigger than it should be. It's classic. It's like the Rika from Gridman where they shopped her thighs. Sorry, I had to breathe there. Yeah, Takagi. The reason I picked her is she is like so in the boy's head. Nishikata. She's so in his head, and like she's like renting out space in there and shit, dude. She's got him under her thumb, you know, and you know like the way she talks to him and like teases him and like whispers at him. It's like, oh, why can't I have someone tease me? You know, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying, guys?
I
No.
think so.
Okay, well, we can't all have good taste.
You're just like going off.
I thought I lagged out for a second,
no, sorry. You're just like we're just letting you pop off, you know?
dude, and she just like mind fucks this kid every day.
It's all about the memes for you, so we just let you.
We just let you go. It's
We
Dude,
just
fine.
let
she
you
is
go,
like
like,
the
you
ultimate
know?
mastermind. She could be in Legend of the Galactic Heroes and win.
So, like,
Right?
what are you talking about right now?
Man.
She would
Oh,
defeat
man.
the Zon Empire.
So I picked Akane from Gridman because I could have picked Rika, but I picked Rika for the best girl of that season,
Rika's the thickest.
and I had to show love to Akane because you know I'm a sucker for the girls with the lavender, or the white hair,
Lavender,
the silver
white
hair, and it's just like
So shallow.
girl.
She had the most character development in that show. Well, she was really the only one who had any, if you think about it.
Your girl be rolling up to her, I'd be like, PYT, pretty young thing. You got to love it.
Okay,
To love and
MJ.
care.
Okay, MJ.
Dude, you know she's the best girl when they do that like fisheye angle. When it like zooms in on her face and she's
That's
like
what I-
bulging out.
That's what I do, dude. I go up to, I steal your girl, and then I hee away. Just
Can't,
Am
it's
I-
Not, it's
can
not
you guys hear me?
hee-hee, It's Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, well that's fine. As long as you can hear me, you know.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to do
want
my
to.
I
I
was
don't
being
want to hear
ignored.
you. I don't want to hear you. But
So I'm just singing
unfortunately, I
fucking
can't
Michael
really
Jackson
change
as
that.
I'm trying to make an important point about Akane's character development.
Shimona.
God damn, dude.
Fucking Nick was like, God damn it, I'm trying to like.
Trying to
Just
make
me
a
and-
point here.
Me and Danny are in the corner going, hee hee, Shimona. Come on, Nick.
All right.
Come on,
That's
Danny.
Akane in a nutshell. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's Michael Jackson pretty much. But no, like she had all kinds of emotions going up and down, and she was kind of crazy and then kind of like lost and forgotten, and she didn't really fucking know what was going on, and then I don't know. I really liked her character, and she's hot. And I like the purple sweater. Her character design is just really good too. Like the purple hoodie that she wears, like I
Yeah.
love it.
And she builds models.
builds models, dude. She's a nerdy nerd. Builds kaiju, clay kaiju.
Dude, her voice actor too. Just nut.
Oh,
All of these female voice actresses were awesome. Like ASMR me, please.
just me and Nick. That being said, best guy of the year is obviously Michael Jackson. I'm just kidding. Best guy of the year, Danny. What do you got?
I got Udana from Bed and Breakfast for the Spirits.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot about this show.
Yeah,
What do you
I didn't
mean?
even know that show existed.
I know what she's
mean,
talking about, but I just forgot about
I
it.
didn't really like express my love for it. It was secret during
It was secret.
during seasonal and stuff. So
It was like summer, right?
spring 2018.
Oh, okay.
So the show has 26 episodes. So, yeah, he's hot. He's like really hot.
Danny,
he's
it's
like-
best guy,
he's-
not hottest guy.
Well, he is best guy because he's
Hottest
he's
guy.
hot.
And to
So-
think, I was about to pick a baby as my best guy. What would Danny have said about that?
I mean, I wouldn't have opposed. I would have called you a pedophile, but you know.
God.
See, this is the problem. People confuse these awards. It's best, not hottest. It
Hey,
can be
you didn't
both.
say
But
anything when
he
we were talking
is
about
best
Akane.
guy though, because like because I mean, if you watch the show, you know, whenever the main girl, she like got into trouble or anything like that, he would like come to her rescue and everything. So, but like, he's just hot. I can't like. There's nothing else I could say. So he's very mysterious though. So that there's one thing I can say. Because he is head of like a bathhouse kind of thing in the spirit world. So, and he eats all the yummy food that Aoi makes. So
That's why I didn't watch it. Food anime. Can't get into them.
it's not
God,
too much.
come on, Nick.
I mean, it's not. It doesn't
Except
like.
Food Wars.
Well, it's not as heavy on food as Food Wars is, but the food in it is pretty yummy and it looks really good. So,
For sure.
um,
All right, Nick, who'd you put?
yeah.
Or Daniel, you down? Sorry, I didn't mean to like cut you
No,
off.
I mean, I was just gonna say like if you like the whole like supernatural, spiritual slice of life kind of thing, this is definitely the show for you.
Hot spiritual guys, okay? You
Hot
can't get pregnant
spiritual
if you do
guys,
it with
yeah.
them. It's fine.
There's a nine-tailed fox guy in it. His name's Genji. He's a best boy nomination type person. So.
Hell yeah. Okay, Nick, what do you got?
I picked Nita from Hinamatsuri, the Yakuza henchman / boss, who has to raise what's her face,
Hina.
Hina, and then also
Hina.
the homeless girl. God, I can't think of her name.
Anzu.
Anzu. There we go, dude. I almost picked them as my best girls, but dude, so like Nita, he like I think he does like the vase scheme thing in Japan where like they make you break a vase and you gotta pay for it, and then suddenly like you're in debt to them because he's part of the Yakuza, and then he also like he like sells shit for them. But like the funny part is like he's just this random single guy, and suddenly he has a kid, and he has to pretend to his family that like that it's his kid. It's just like the awkward situations that Hina puts him in, and like when he tries to be a father to her, and he ends up like breaking her leg when he's spinning her around. Fucking
Yeah, that's
funny.
right.
Yeah, and then like this is more of a Hina thing, but like she's like, "Hey, Nita, can I have some money to buy a TV?" And so she does, and she goes and sells it to a guy and makes less money than she bought it for. Oh man.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
to give money to Anzu, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Nita, he's like a good guy despite being a criminal. It's great. So he is caring and dadly.
And, like, even though he didn't, like, take care of Anzu, he, like, made sure that she went somewhere.
No, he made her go to
Else.
school, and even though she would like sleep, she would just fucking sleep in class.
And then
Like
she
with her
started
mouth
working
open.
for the Chinese restaurant, and then she lived there or whatever, which is cool.
That's Anzu.
That's Anzu. That's
Um,
Anzu.
That's who I was talking about. I said
Nick was
Anzu.
talking. Nick was. But
I was talking
Nick
about
was
Hina.
talking about Hina.
Okay, well, you ruined
They told
everything.
me it was the bartender Savant who everybody wanted to hire, and she was like 15.
told
This,
me, yeah.
yeah.
Dude, all
that
these
was
girls were
just,
so
like,
great.
So out of like.
We're talking about
place.
Nita, but you know, he
She got, like, her own
facilitated them.
apartment, and then her mom was all like,
Yeah, her mom's like all nervous about it, and then suddenly like there's like freaking like three
She has,
like higher up businessmen were like, we'd like to hire this girl, and her mom's like, oh yes, thank you.
hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, Nita is great, good dad, good criminal. He takes the credit for Hina beating up all those guys. Classic.
I picked Gearless Joe
Yeah.
because he said, fuck y'all. I'm going to go to the top, gearless, and he did. He went the distance and then some. He is all that in a bag of chips.
He went above and beyond.
He went above and beyond.
Dude, his
Gearless.
voice actor, Yoshimasa Hosoya, nut every time he talks.
Nut every time he talks.
I remember in our Discord, someone's just like, every time he talks, I nut.
Yeah.
He's like, yo. And you're like, oh,
Yo.
yo.
From Megalo Box, the Ashita no Joe anniversary project. And he wasn't actually Joe, but that's the name he took. He took the name Joe from when he was getting a fake ID made for him and shit. He's badass, dude. He's got drive. There are the times when he was feeling down and didn't think he could do anything, he still got up and did something. And no matter what the odds were, and that's badass. And he's hot. He's fucking hot. He's hot when he's sweaty, and he's hot when he's fighting.
He's hot when he's ashy.
He's hot when he talks, as Nick said. Fuck yeah, dude. Gearless Joe. That's best guy. So we got 2 more things here for the awards, and we're going to talk about our top 10. So, best soundtrack.
I picked Violet Evergarden. Composer is Evan Call. This soundtrack is just so relaxing. You know, I can like meditate to this.
You can even study
Evan
to it.
Call.
Maybe.
Except when it gets to the part that are like the sad parts from the show. And you're like, oh god.
You just want to tear up. You just want to tear up and cry.
So I was looking up his thing when you were typing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I left it up for this reason. Because this guy's from California, okay?
Yeah.
He was born in 1988. He's my brother's age.
Oh, snap.
He picked up the violin when he was super young. He grew up kind of in a country town, so he learned also to learn to play the guitar and learn to play bluegrass music and other shit. But he's been hired to do a ton of anime. And not a ton, but for an American musician, a ton.
Yeah.
He's done like Schwarzenmarken, Symphogear, Violet Evergarden probably being his best thing. Jiga no Shihaisha, Big Order. 2 seasons of Symphogear. So Symphogear G and GX. That's crazy.
Dude,
That's pretty cool.
his picture on Mel is him with a fucking snake.
Oh, like a pet snake, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a power move right there.
I saw that. I'm like, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. So
I'm
basically,
like, I approve.
yeah, basically he has been playing music and instruments all his life. So he currently resides in Tokyo, and he was with the Japanese music group Elements Garden up until 2016. So, I mean, he is where his work is, and his work is in doing music and anime right now. So he's in Tokyo right now. So that's pretty cool.
Honestly, that's pretty freaking awesome, especially for an American.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, because you don't really see too much, you know, Westerners being recognized in the anime culture too much, especially over in Japan. So,
right.
That's really impressive. So, keep it up. Keep it up, Evan. You're doing a great job.
Wasn't
Yeah, I
there
wonder what he's
another
gonna do.
Westerner who did Made in Abyss?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the Made in Abyss soundtrack was a Westerner as well. Slight tangent.
Yeah, there was also the lady who did some of the vocals for the Dot Hack soundtrack, which I've talked about in
That was a bomb-ass soundtrack.
yeah, we in a previous episode, I don't remember if it was our soundtrack episode or endings episode, but I've talked about that in that one of those eps. But yeah, Edmund Call, hell yeah, dude. So for Nick's and mine, we agreed on this because I was either gonna pick Violet Evergarden or this, and I picked this, and that was Devilman Crybaby soundtrack
by Kensuke Ushio, who's a relative
Michael
newcomer
Jackson.
to the anime soundtrack biz, because he's actually doing the new Boogie Pop soundtrack right now, He also did Koi no Katachi, Liz and the Bluebird, Ping Pong the Animation, and Space Dandy. So, like, every single one of those has a fucking bomb soundtrack. It's insane. This guy's a god.
He's a god.
That's my only description. Like, but for Devilman Crybaby, dude, like, how would you describe this music? It's just like it's just banger after banger, right? Like, especially the Devilman no Uta theme.
Oh yeah,
Devilman no Uta. Look that up on YouTube. I think that has like 10 million views or something. Like, it's ridiculous. People memed it too.
He does a lot of which is cool. He does a lot of producing stuff. So he does a lot of programming. He's the programmer for the group Llama, and in Space Dandy he was the Agraf and Llama were credited as the musicians, and then he does his solo stuff, which he's done for Devilman Crybaby, Koi no Katachi, and his recent work is going to be in the new Boogie Pop Phantom. So
yeah, Sam, I mentioned that already.
Sorry.
Can I interrupt you for just 1 second?
Go ahead.
The guy who did Made in Abyss composition, he's actually Australian.
Yeah, Westerner.
Ooh, that's even.
He's not a Westerner. He's an Easterner.
Well, technically it is right next to Japan, but white. He's a whitener. He's a whitey.
He's on the other side of the worldener.
Yeah.
He's a white peepo.
He's
but
Australia.
Kevin Penkin is his name.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And he currently resides in the UK. So
yeah, that's Westerner. There you go.
Yeah.
Not.
I mean, well, he lives there, but his origin is from Australia.
Nice one, Sheila.
That's not a knife.
Yeah.
This is a knife.
This is a knife.
So super duper pooper scooper side tangent. The McDonald's by my house during lunchtime, they have a lady there from Australia, and every time I go through the drive-thru, and she's there, I'm just like, "You're awesome." She's like, "You had a McDouble and a McChicken and some fries."
Fries?
Yes, I did.
Fries?
I remember the first time I met her, I was like, "You're kind of far away from home, aren't you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I moved out about 10 years ago, and we just fell in love with the place." I'm like, okay, that's fucking weird, but all right. Like,
Penkin is currently he did the adaptation for the Rising of the Shield hero, which is new this year.
Gotcha. But yeah, dude, the Devilman Crybaby soundtrack, I think.
Well, look, dude, the best tracks from this. You have Devilman no Uta. That's the best one. Then you have Judgment, which is just like a fucking clubhouse banger. Like, they have a drop right in the middle of the song, and it's like, brown, 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 brown. And it's just like fucking epic, man. I love it. Sorry, I interrupted. So good.
No. That's what I was gonna.
Like, this soundtrack makes the show like 2 points better than it could be. Like, that's how good it is. I think this is one of the best soundtracks in any anime TV show, period. Not just from this year. I think it's up there, like top 10.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with you. On that. People think that's rare to agree with Nick. I actually agree with Nick.
And I don't mean to be like hyperbolic, because everyone's always like, oh, the most recent thing I saw is the best thing ever. It's like, no, I've seen like lot of anime.
But no, for real. Yeah.
You know, we've seen hundreds between like 500, 600, 700, whatever. So it's like, this one is definitely in the top 10 for soundtrack. Straight up.
100%. Here we go. Here's the last one. Animation Award. What do you got?
I picked Hanebado from Leiden Films.
Can't even fight you on that right now, because that was animated. That one definitely sticks out. And the ones that are in my mind, like the top 3 or 4 or 5 in my mind, that's definitely one of the ones that stick out for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean,
especially the battles, the badminton battles.
The matches.
That's a battle.
It's not a battle. It's a match.
Fucking Nick comes up. He's like, "You guys are ready to see the Super Bowl battle? Fucking Patriots and the."
It's a match, you idiot.
You
Sorry.
guys want to go? You guys want to
that's
go to the
mean.
Lakers battle? The Lakers battle. They're going
Lakers
against
battle.
the Timberwolves.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. No,
it's
Hanebato's
definitely
good.
yeah. It and the like slow motion scenes, especially with the birdie hitting the racket and stuff, but that's definitely, I feel like, a first in sports anime and how they did that.
Yeah, didn't they do motion capture? I think they did.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm
just going to assume they did. I remember hearing about that they did. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Did some mocapping?
Mocapping. They got Gollum to go do it for him.
God.
Andy
put the
Serkis.
balls, put the balls all over your body and then
Yeah.
just
No, but I
walk
think
around.
they did. I mean, and I think they've done that for other anime too. But yeah, like Hanabato, I agree. Really good fight animation, fight sequences.
For their battles.
Yeah, for their battles.
I was watching. Here's another side tangent.
The only thing
sorry,
I'll say
but
though is like sometimes when they're not battling, they do get a little bit cut a few corners, but I mean they kind of have to. So
speaking of mocap, though, I was watching a behind the scenes with the Avengers Infinity War or whatever, and there's fucking Thor yelling at Thanos, but it's just like Josh Brolin in like a big suit with a bunch of little bulbs all over his face in this suit, and it just looks really awkward. It's like, how do you do that? Like, God. Anyway, this is another one that me and Nick agreed on, and this is, I can't think of anything else. So, Violet Evergarden by KyoAni. I mean, and obviously the anime kind of, in a sense, story-wise, or not story-wise, but even just like execution-wise, maybe fell short a little bit. Like there were some episodes that were like, but then the really good episodes were like really good. But
well, that's
just
as far
animation-wise,
yeah.
just animation-wise though, like we were hyped from I remember when the trailer came out and we talked about it when Mac was on the podcast and we were all like, oh,
Dude,
like her
yeah,
arm.
that is the best trailer of any anime ever by a mile.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like the animation in that trailer looked better than like almost every anime movie.
I'm not even gonna fight you on that one.
But like
Yeah,
the show
like
itself was still really good. I mean, it wasn't that level, obviously, the whole show, but like there were sequences where like she's running across the lake, where they go like all out and it's like insane. It looks better than, again, it looks better than most anime movies, even as a TV show, and that's like unheard of.
Every fucking shine and shadow on her body as she moved so smoothly. Any character, when she's typing on the typewriter. Oh my God, dude. It's just so beautiful. Like, it's fucking... That's something you look at in a fucking museum, dog. Like, I fucking love it. And should have picked her for Best Girl, too, because Violet is fucking awesome. But, like...
Dude, she's apparently 14. I don't believe that.
Oh, is she really?
I don't believe that for a second.
Or, well, I mean, isn't she, like, part, like...
No.
Isn't she, like, part Evangelion?
It's the fucking anime meme where, like, the girl looks like she's 20, but it's like, no, I'm 12.
Yeah.
I think she had, like, amnesia, too, so she was probably 14 during the war, and then she still thinks she's 14 or something like that. That's my guess, but, oh well.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, the animation, great. Kyoto Animation, they're always like up there for the award. It's KyoAni and Bones that are like and Mappa.
Bones, I fucking love Bones, dude.
Have they made a bad show?
I love Bones.
I always say that.
Shout out to Mac because he knows that when I do this, Bones. He always knows where I'm coming from. He knew the bones were broken. The bones. Anyway, KyoAni, base KyoAni. I can't, like, I know it sounds like, it's kind of hard not to, like, if KyoAni comes in front of you, it's really hard not to just get on your knees, unzip their pants, and just go to town on that D. Like, just in and around my mouth. I don't even fucking care. Anyway, nut on my chest if you want to. Let's move on. Here's our anime summies top 10 of 2018.
And this is a consolidated list, as Sam does chicken barking noises. We all made our own top 10 lists, and we put them into the spreadsheet, and we took out the average of all of it, and this is what we came up with. We'll link all of our same thing we did last year. We'll link our separate lists in the show notes.
Oh yes, yeah.
There's one that I'm upset that is not up there. Pop Team Epic should be on there, but anyway.
Okay, so as I was saying,
that's a bit they would do in Pop Team Epic if you enjoyed it.
So Nick, I probably should have fucking asked you before we started, but do you want to start at the 10 and go up?
Yeah, obviously. That's what you do every
Okay.
list. Why would we start at the top? It's like
hashtag planning at the podcast.
Someone's listening and they're just like, "Oh, they're named number 1. Fuck it."
Turn this episode off. We're done.
Yeah. Already got 1.
So we're gonna go through this, and then we're gonna mention some other stuff that's on our 11, 12, 13, 14 spots. Just because we always try not to include sequels, just because
the ongoing
obviously,
stuff and the sequels.
Because obviously when those shows started, we would have included those back then. So it's
it's weird too, because do you include it when it starts or when it finishes? I don't even know the answer to that. But and especially stuff that's multi-year, like Ancient Magus Bride and Three Gatsu no Lion. Those shows spanned multiple years. So
because
I feel like we should highlight the newer
winter
stuff. I feel like we should err toward the newer stuff. Obviously, those are good shows, especially Three Gatsu is turning out to be one of the better anime of the decade, probably. Maybe. We'll find out.
Well, I think also, Nick, it's more so when it starts, because we talked about it last year too. Last year we talked about Magus Bride, and you talked about Three Gatsu no Lion and things like that. So
yeah, and Rakugo had the same deal. They had 1 year
back
season.
Then,
yeah, season 1, season 2.
So I don't think it's a big deal. I think the list,
yeah, and we're not including Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, because obviously, just go watch them. They're sequels. If you enjoyed it, you'll watch the rest of it.
Right. So number 10, Aggretsuko.
The Netflix original Aggretsuko.
So season 2 is actually coming out soonish, but yeah, we're not going to talk about this one in 2019, obviously, because we're talking about it now. But Aggretsuko, dude. It's it was made by I had his fucking name up right here and I don't fucking have it now. But it was made by Studio Fanworks, and it was created by a guy in conjunction with Sanrio.
Yeah, Sanrio was Hello Kitty, that type of stuff. That's the basis for it.
Yeah, Sanrio has Hello Kitty and Batsumaru, and
Rariko is the director.
That's his name.
Apparently on My Anime List, they only have 3 staff listed. That's really strange, but...
Oh, Yeti. The artist Yeti created the character for Sanrio, yes. But yeah. Dude, Aggretsuko, it's just about this red panda. She's got a shitty office job. Her boss is an asshole. So the way she takes it out, her feelings out, is she goes to karaoke bar by herself and just karaoke's death metal music.
Well, it's the same song, too. It's she has the number of the song, and she just says that number. And that plays a part in the show. One of the characters hands another character a note that's just that number, and they go meet her there.
Yep. And then there's one episode in particular where she takes it out on her boss during a karaoke outing with her other coworkers.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah. Then there's her coworkers Feneko and Haida, and then the higher ups Miss Washimi
and the gorilla lady.
Yeah,
Gory. They just call her Gory. I mean,
Gory is the best.
Director Gory, yeah.
is the best.
Dude, I love how they're strutting around on their heels and they're like, "Oh, these heels hurt my feet."
They're the executive women that are really they're everyone looks up to them.
Hashtag strong women.
Intelligent. Hashtag strong women. And the dub is like Nick mentioned earlier, Netflix dubs are pretty good, and the dub for this is pretty good. I watched both, but I did enjoy the dub very, very much. Erica Mendez does Retsuko's voice very well, and then when she's screaming, it's done by Jameson Bose, who is I don't know if he's in a band or whatever else have you. He's an actor and he's in Dawn of Ashes, the band Dawn of Ashes. Sorry, I'm an idiot. There you go. He's done work with Christoph Bathory, Angel Dies, Jason Miller, other bands and famous metal musicians like that. But yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. It's a cute show, and it's also, I mean, if you understand that work life and the frustrations that come with it, you know, her boss is like this. He's a pig, by the way. The boss is a pig. You know, he's a sexist. He's a douchebag. He doesn't know how to use computers, so he delegates stupid shit to everyone else, and he's just a butt sniffer. He's an asshole. So it's awesome. Yeah, Todd Haberkorn's also in it. Ben Diskin. A bunch of Funimation VAs too. But anyway, that's number 10.
Yeah, I think it would be funny if like somebody edited in the you know that video with the cowboy in the mountains just yelling. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
Big enough.
Yeah.
The song's called Big Enough. They should put that in when she's doing death metal. I don't know. I just think that'd be funny. But yeah, Aggretsuko, really great. Hashtag relatable.
Right.
I agree.
And everybody knew that I would love it, especially because I'm a huge metalhead and
Catface
hardcore
Johnson
person, and plus Animal Face Johnson's all over the place.
And
Two of
it's
my favorite
Sanrio.
things.
And it's
Sanrio, and I'm a big Sanrio.
And it's very like adult-esque, so it's very relatable.
Yeah. I'm a big Sanrio bitch, so like I fucking love that shit, and I love Yeti for making I love red pandas, man. Red pandas. They would be rolling around and shit. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm gonna watch Red Panda videos later.
Hey, Pandas and Pop Team Epic. You would know if you watched it.
Got fucking Nick and Pop Team.
There's a scene where they're like, oh, panda. Seen it. Because they'd see the same animal twice, and she would get like unenthusiastic the second time. God damn, fucking great.
That's
show.
like Nick when I post a meme. He's like, old.
Yeah, repost.
Repost. Number 9, we got A Place Further Than the Universe.
Now, people are going to be surprised this one's so low, because a lot of other, like Crunchyroll Awards and a lot of other like content creators put this one as like their number 1 or up there in the tops. So I'm curious why did you guys not have it rated higher? Because I think I had it at like 4 or 5.
I just enjoyed other stuff better. Or more.
It is kind of like a matter of just picking other things.
It definitely. I mean, when it came out for its season, it definitely was the highlight. Because I think, you know, the 4. What do you call it, Nick? You know, if it's like 4 girls.
Oh yeah, that's a song called. It's cute girls doing cute things.
Cute girls doing cute things like K-On! And stuff. You know.
Well, it's like the girl club, school club anime.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen that in a while since K-On!, correct?
Wait, no, that's every season. They have like 5 of them.
Yeah, but it wasn't. This one in particular just stood out.
Oh, you mean like a really good one that's not just
Yeah, because this wasn't so much doing cute things. They were going to fucking Antarctica. Like they were doing something huge. Like
this one has like emotional stakes and all that.
But it was also animated very beautifully though too.
Yeah, studio was it Madhouse? Yeah, Madhouse. Madhouse did this one.
Madhouse.
Original.
In the middle of the street.
Madhouse.
Directed by Atsuko Ishizuka. Written by Juki Hinata. So like
this one just didn't really stand out too much for me. In
terms of its genre, it stood out, but like
yeah.
For me, it was enjoyable. I just was like enjoying other stuff more, I think.
Yeah.
So the writer also did series composition for Hibike Euphonium and Idol Master. Oh, and he worked on K-On! As well. That's why this one reminded people of that. And Princess Jellyfish too. So
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Juki Hinata. Yeah. I think the reason why I didn't put it higher was like it felt a little too perfect at times.
Yeah, it was too not like happy go lucky because there were some points where there was a little bit of drama and emotion and stuff.
There's a lot, especially
But-
at the end, like episode
Yeah.
10 or something. I won't spoil, but there's a part where they reach Antarctica and they discover something. Leave it at that. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I agree that it felt like a commercial almost, like a tampon commercial.
A tampon.
I said that in the earlier
Why a
review.
tampon commercial?
Because
Why
everything's
got to
be sparkly, and they're going to Antarctica where it's crisp. You want your hoo-ha to be crisp, right?
Well, I don't use
And-
tampons.
and
so-
minty-
You want your
minty
hoo-ha to
ice?
be crisp. Nick 2019.
And then the other part, a lot of it is like some of it is like the characters would directly say a lot of like they would like psychoanalyze each other like perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in K-On! They didn't do that. It was like more unsaid, which is probably a better way that I prefer. They hit it on the nose a couple of times where it's like they didn't need to say that necessarily, but I mean this is still a really good show, like really well made. It's just a little too perfect. Not gritty enough a couple of times. That's
Too
it.
perfect. Got
Everybody
it.
should watch it. It's too perfect. That's my complaint. It's like Zoolander. It's like he's almost too good looking.
Blue Steel.
Yeah.
Moisture is the essence of wetness.
Wetness is the essence of beauty. No, wait.
I think I got the black lung pop.
Hey, my opening
did you-
intro was from Zoolander. That was Ballstein.
Did you fucking nobody cared about the sequel to that movie either. Like it just came out and was like, yeah, we were way past this humor. Like, anyway,
Can't beat the original. Yeah, Soriori, good show. Everyone check it out. We are not as high as a couple other content creators, but that's okay.
please don't kill us. Number
Speaking
8.
of Don't Kill Us, Cells at Work.
Hatarako Saiba. 13 episodes came out in summer 2018. David production.
JoJo.
Now
That's the studio who did JoJo.
God damn it, Nick. Every time he has to bring up, anytime he can bring up JoJo or Pop Team Epic, he's going to the rest of the episode. Take a shot. Here's the thing about cells at work. Okay, we already mentioned the platelets earlier. Okay, but I learned more about the human body watching this show than I did in like a month in biology or a couple months in biology. Like. And there's a YouTube video out there right now, and I linked it in Discord when the show was airing.
It's a doctor watching it.
Yeah, it's a doctor watching the first episode of it, and he actually specializes like in like cell work and stuff like that and things like that. So like this was especially awesome for him to watch, and he was like, "Dude, this is a good show." Like
He
blah,
did.
blah, blah.
He did. I think he did a couple of episodes. I don't know if he did the whole series.
No, yeah, he did a couple more. I don't think he did the whole series, but he definitely did the first one. I know he did the second or third one, the one where the platelets come and repair that big hole by putting the net over it and stuff. Even though there was like a lot of comedy and lightheartedness to it, there was some other like kind of serious parts, like especially the episode with the cancer.
Yeah, I heard about that. The cancer one. That was like, see, I haven't finished the show yet. I'm definitely gonna catch up on it. But like, wasn't the cancer cell just like an outcast or something?
Well, yeah. So that's kind of what happens with cancer. You know, it forms in your body. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You can't. It doesn't come.
It's
from,
like
a
uncontrollable
bacteria.
cell proliferation or whatever.
Yeah, it's a sick cell. You know, so like as your body produces new cells and stuff, there's maybe like a handful of cells that are sickly, and so the other, like the kill cells, or I forgot what they're called.
The killer
But
T cells,
the killer T's, yeah, they have to eliminate those cells. You know, that's like a sign. If like certain cells are like a negative kind of, they automatically have to kill them off in order for the body to
function
stay healthy,
and not get sick,
and stay
yeah.
healthy and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people, I heard that a lot of people didn't really like that whole thing of, you know, the cancer cell being sympathetic, because it had kind of a sad story, and you did feel sympathy for it because of its backstory and how, you know, all the T cells were killing the rest of the tumor cells and stuff.
Yeah, because they were
So-
cells that were mutated, and they were killing them, and they were like little kids, and they were
Yeah.
like, we don't know
Yeah.
why you're doing this to us, and it was kind of
Yeah.
sad. But like, yeah, you actually get cancer in your body like every week. It's just
Yeah.
that nothing comes of it because your killer T cells go in there and kill it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fucking weird. Yeah, that was actually a sad episode.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's cool though.
I just wish
Like I learned shit.
I just really want this show to have a dub.
I hope it does.
I really want it to have a dub because all these big words and stuff, like these scientific
The
words.
mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
God
Like,
damn it.
That's all I know.
It
I got a meme.
would be so helpful if it had a dub.
Yeah, so everyone's
So-
talking about the mitochondria, okay? I'm over here talking about the endoplasmic reticulum, okay? Which is
Now I'm just
what
thinking
brings...
of SimCity.
SimCity,
Reticulated
yes,
splines.
But yeah, it was cool. The inside of the body was represented as like this big, huge, almost like mall city structure, and the main characters that follows is a red blood cell and a white blood cell, and it's
And
cool because
all of
there
them
was
look
an
the
episode.
same, don't they? Each of the blood cells.
They
Yeah,
have
for the most part.
I mean, all of them, like the white blood cells are all white, obviously. Like they all have, you know, white skin, white hair, dead eyes, because, you know, they have to kill bacteria and viruses and everything. But they all have like slight distinct appearances. Same thing with the red blood cells. They're all wearing the same uniform, except they have like some of the red blood cells are men, and some of them are women, and some of them have long hair, some of them have short hair.
Yeah, the red blood
So-
cells were a little more distinguishable from each other. The way you could tell the main white blood cell apart was that his bangs covers one of his
one
eyes.
eye, yeah.
Yeah, his name was white blood cell U1146. So, but yeah. Anyway, Cells at Work is really good. You want to get edumacated on the
Watch it.
human body and how a human body works? You might as well just watch Hataraku Saibo, Cells at Work.
I want to see an episode on sperm cells. Like some dude's just nutting.
God, Nick.
It turns out the character is in a hentai, and you know how in hentai, like they just there's like gallons of sperm.
God. What is
The
your
cells
problem?
are just panicking. They're like, "Oh, we have to make more."
What the fuck?
I want to see that.
So now, God damn, you always gotta ruin it with like your fucking vag talk humor. You know that? Like fucking. I just want to see an episode of them nutting.
I just want to see nut.
Fucking-
What?
What nut? Our number 7,
Speaking of nut, animation nut.
Violet Evergarden. You're probably wondering like, ugh, that's a little low, but like I said earlier, great soundtrack, obviously, right? Great animation. But like, a lot of it was not as like the way the story paced and was executed. It kind of dragged on a little bit. It was a little slow, but like the really good parts were really good.
Yeah, the
Um,
highs were like 10 out of 10, and the lows were like, average. So
Mhm. Yeah,
it's not our number one for that reason.
Yeah,
If every
but I
episode
mean-
was like as good as episode 10 and episode 5, there's like a few scattered ones in there, then it would be number one, easily.
hands down. Yeah. This is also one of the ones that Netflix kind of grabbed a hold of as it was coming out too. So it's on Netflix now, even if you want to watch it still, if you haven't yet.
Yeah,
I
and
think everyone.
It's one of the
should
Netflix
watch it.
dubs that I would recommend watching the sub over the dub.
I don't think I watched the dub. Was the
Yeah.
dub not good?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just like sometimes like with these female voice actresses, they just like fuck it up somehow. It's like they miscast them slightly, or like their voice sounds a little too deep or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I do remember liking the subtitle better. But anyway, yeah, Violet Evergarden, 10 out of 10 animation. I would say 4 of the episodes were like 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of them kind of hovered around like 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
It started a little slow, so people were a little bit worried about that. But then, like, once they hit I would say episode 5, I think, was like the turning point with the princess.
Yep.
That was great. So yeah, and the one with the episode with like the father and the lake and the daughter. You guys remember that one? That one I think is my favorite one. That's like probably the best one.
That's probably my favorite one. Yeah, that one, like Nick said, like the high highs, like it gets you emotionally, you're invested, and I think some of the episodes where it shows her past too, like her flashbacks and stuff, some of those got me too, for sure. But yeah, man, the animation is, Lord. Blob sweat emoji right here.
Nut.
Nick, in the show notes, when we get to this part, just put the blob sweat emoji right there. But yeah, dog. Violet Evergarden. Danny, you finished it, right? You watched it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good, but there's really not that much to say.
No, there's a lot to say. We just don't have time.
No, I mean, I don't know.
We covered it in the seasonal episodes too, so.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it just wasn't, and I finished it obviously, but like, yeah, it wasn't as enjoyable as we thought it was going to be, and we hyped it up a lot, like when we saw the trailer and stuff, obviously. But
well, it's because the trailer was like, I think the trailer was almost the best part of the show. But like, yeah, but that's like a super high bar. Like you can't even that's impossible to get that.
I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't have much to say about it because of that,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Moving on, Megalo Box at number 6.
Gearless Joe.
Is this by
the 50th? No, it's actually by TMS Entertainment.
Oh, TMS. There we go.
It is the 50th anniversary of the Ashita no Joe project. It was called the 50th anniversary Ashita no Joe project, and it's not actually Joe from the original Ashita no Joe.
It's like a sequel, kind of, sort of.
It's actually, I don't even know about that really. It's just like a legacy kind of story to Joe the boxer, tomorrow's Joe, the legend of Success Joe. But there's this thing called Megalo Boxing, where you wear like this gear around your arms and back, and it goes into your gloves, and it's called Megalo Boxing. And Junk Dog is an underground boxer, but he wants to start boxing for real, because basically in the beginning all he's doing is throwing matches. He's getting paid to throw matches and get knocked the fuck out, and he keeps going up to his manager and coach, Gansaku, and he's just like, bro, I want to box for real. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Yeah, and so they go along, and he's like the underdog the whole story.
Yeah. And then he actually goes gearless for most of the anime, like.
Yeah, basically the whole anime. Yeah. Yeah, the one thing I'll say is, like, I just felt like this one ended like a little bit abruptly. I don't know if that was just me.
What do you mean?
Like the last fight, I mean. I don't know how else they would have done it, but like I just feel like when I want to see that the last fight, I want to be more epic. I want that to be like Naruto style, where it's just like 2 episodes long.
You know what? I kind of was expecting that too, because the last fight was just the last episode.
Yeah, and it was only like part of it, and it was like, whoa, that was fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it had a lot of good drama going on between the manager and the little kid, the orphan kid,
Sachio,
and then Joe, because like he's getting beat up all the time, and he's got to keep going back, and he has to keep trying to face like tougher opponents to get into the final tournament. So it's just like it's a really straightforward sports show, I would say. So if you've never like watched a sports anime, this is a good place to start. So short, sweet, good.
Yeah.
And the animation too, like they paid homage to like those older shows. They like purposely animated at like a different, in the old style, so it would look like that.
Yeah, the art style
like
and
lower
animation
resolution
style
or something too. So
yeah, it was a little
weird.
more bold outlines, that kind of thing. Fucking sick show though. Definitely watch it. I think a lot of people liked it. I know the 3 of us liked it. So, Megalo Box was our number 7 or number 6. Our number 5 though. Ooh.
SSSS.Gridman.
SSSS Nickman. This actually didn't have, like, it wasn't as hype on the fall list, but and we talked about it a lot on our fall.
Yeah, this is me and Sam's anime of the season that season.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to get into it too much. I think you guys can just go listen to that and hear us talk about it. But
yeah, it's Studio Trigger's apology for Darling in the Franxx. That's what I think. They literally like the Trigger staff, I heard, like would go to conventions and apologize for Franxx. Because like the thing is, they weren't even involved with Darling in the Franxx for like the whole production of it, and they got overruled by A1 and the director of the show. That's what I heard. So like Trigger consulted on it, and everyone thought it was like, oh, this is only a Trigger show, but no, it was A1 Cloverworks that did most of Franxx. That's like mostly the reason why it wasn't as good as most Trigger shows.
Yeah, because there was like a bunch of hands in that bitch.
But yeah, anyway, Gridman. This is another one. It's kind of like the Megalo Box, where they're paying homage to like an older property with Gridman.
Mm-hmm. The tokusatsu show Hyper Agent Gridman, or in America it was called Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
Yeah,
which only lasted like 10 episodes.
We mentioned it before, but Akane, the main girl, she's like the hero and the villain at the same time, and it's crazy. It's kind of crazy what happens in the show, and she's like a ton of character development. So. And it's really, really, really well directed too. So, definitely high recommends to that.
Akira Amamiya was the director, and he did Excel World, Black Rock Shooter. If you've never seen Black Rock Shooter though, legit. Blood Plus, Darling. He even did like some key animation for Darling, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's animation.
He was
directing though.
And but he was the director to Inferno Cop.
One of the best anime of the decade.
You'll
see it next year on our list.
And he was an assistant director on Kill la Kill. So
wow, we might actually put Inferno Cop on that list.
I would. I'm not.
It depends how many we're doing. Depends how many. Are we doing 50, 100? We'll figure it out. Anyway,
we'll do 50. We'll do 100. We'll just do 100 and put the first 50 as Inferno Cop. That's
a proper tribute.
But yeah, fucking Gridman, dude, very sick. I love it. Danny, I don't think Danny watched.
Danny's not a robot girl.
She couldn't get into it because
that's why we recommended Junjo Robotica.
Oh yeah, in our Monkey Paw episode.
Which, by the way, I mentioned that you guys didn't pick us like a sports category, like what type of sport they were.
Oh, that's true. We fucked up. We should have made the mechs play sports. I think people
they were doing curling.
Yeah, if we had like the mechs playing like fucking tennis or some shit or curling, like that'd be dope. I would have voted for that.
Honestly, like
water polo.
I probably. Oh my god, no. That'd be like submarine kind of shit. submarine mechs.
Dude, I'm just
That'd
thinking
look-
of.
Actually, that'd be kind of cool.
I'm just reminded of Gunbuster, where the robot is doing laps, and they're doing like push-ups with their fucking robots. You remember that song, right? God damn,
Yeah.
that was funny. Anyway, what
yeah,
were we
you should
talking
watch
about?
Gridman though.
I think that's the thing. I think Danny would still like it because it's really more about Akane than anything else. You don't necessarily need to understand all the Gridman references because I've never seen Gridman. So anyway,
No, and even for someone like me, who did know all those references, me and Nick both enjoyed it for its own merits, and I think that's important.
yeah, I
So,
knew that they were doing a reference. I just didn't like directly know. I'd be like, oh, that's a reference. But
Hell yeah,
yeah.
dog. Hell yeah, dog.
old school.
I'm in her dog.
All right, moving on. Number 4, Hinamatsuri. Surprised that this one is so high. Like, this is a good one.
Man, animation on this show is actually top too.
I think we all just kind of agreed that it was generally good. That's why it's this high.
These next 4, yeah, definitely were because they were just generally good. Hinamatsuri, although it being a comedy about Nita.
Well, it's a comedy and a drama and a supernatural slice of life.
Yeah, and it's by Studio Feel, okay, or Feel Dot or Feel Period, whatever Feel.
I feel you.
About this alien girl Hina with psychokinetic powers just randomly portaling into Nita's apartment, and then he has to take care of her, and it was just like, and then other people following her to come find her and bring her back, like Anzu and Mao.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of Tokyo Godfathers a little bit.
Hell yeah, yeah.
In a weird way, yeah. For some reason.
And as Nick mentioned earlier, with his best guy pick, Nita is like Yakuza, and he does like the merchandising and money laundering and shit. But anyway.
Oh, and sorry, and another couple, Mob Psycho and Kobayashi. Like, that's what this show is kind of similar to, if you think about it.
You know what? That's actually a really great fusion comparison. Yeah,
I'm just looking at the
for sure.
recommendations page on Mal.
Yeah, but still though. But Hina gets him into all this other fucking shit. And he just there's even one episode where he kicks her out.
Yeah, he kicks her out. Dude, I love how she's such a deadpan. Like, the deadpan lolly is, I'll say it again. I said it once, I'll say it again. Deadpan lolly, best character archetype in all of fiction.
God. But yeah, there was really great moments. There was even articles on a lot of mainstream article websites about the episode with Anzu being homeless.
Oh yeah.
And
that was
pointing
touching.
pointing out the homelessness issue in Japan and just the homelessness issue in the world in general. It was really cool. That was a really cool episode, and it was really touching. And it got you to feel empathetic, which I think more of the world needs. So that's really important. And it was just really funny, beautifully animated also.
Oh,
directed by Kei Oikawa, by the way.
The battle, remember with Hina versus Anzu, the psychic battle? Where her cheek is flapping in the wind and stuff.
Yeah,
that was Asobase-esque, except with better animation.
Yeah, Nita was like, okay, Anzu, if you win this, then you can take her back. If not, you got to leave us alone, right? And it's like, you got to make your opponent face that direction with your fucking powers. But Hina is just
whiplash.
Yeah, you hear her neck crack as Hanzu's neck turns, because Hina's power is just abnormally strong. It's way stronger than anyone else's, any of the other girls that come and display the same power. But yeah, dude, it's that's when she turns Anzu, she also rolls across the ground for miles.
Yeah,
and it's just the animation's really good. It's all this dirt's just rolling up, and
dude, that was their Sakuga moment right there.
Sakuga moment, dude.
And Danny, any comments, Danny?
On what?
Sorry, I mean
Hinamatsuri. We're talking over you a little bit. Sorry,
we're popping off. Sorry, yeah.
Hinamatsuri. It was funny at the for when it came out and stuff. Definitely loved those WTF moments, especially in the bar.
Oh god, their facial expressions.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Hitomi.
Hitomi. Yeah.
Whenever she was afraid of getting caught, her mouth would just fall open. She'd be like,
Yeah.
You like breathing.
Yeah.
And like, I think the first time, when they went out and stuff, to like, what was it, the ladies' bar or something like that?
Oh, the girly bar.
The girly bar, yeah. And Hitomi was all like, I don't know if I should be out here or something, and like, then all of a sudden she like got her job and stuff, and like how her thought process was going on while all that chaos was going on and stuff, you know. How like she would think, you know, I shouldn't really tell my parents that I'm actually working at a bar, you know, I have all this money saved up. And I think she like set a number on how much money she has saved, and she's like, well, I guess this can pay for college.
And she's like 14 or something, working at a bar.
Yeah, she's like 12 or something. Yeah.
Because
that's like totally illegal. Number one.
Oh yeah, it's like child.
No, she's same age as Violet Evergarden. There you go. That's all you need. She's older than Mume.
Like,
Mume killed zombies. If you're old enough to kill zombies, you're old
dude.
enough to be a bartender.
You don't have to kill zombies. Oh man, yeah, Hinamatsuri is good. Each character's kind of got their own little thing in it, and it's really good. Yeah. So that was our number 4. Okay, our number 3, Netflix once again. This fucking Devilman Crybaby, Studio Science Saru,
Masaki
by
Yuasa,
the one and only Masaki
the
Yuasa.
legendary.
But this was a Netflix. This was like a straight up Netflix thing, right? Like it's only on Netflix. Right?
Yes, it aired,
Yeah.
and they dropped it all at once too. And they did the thing. They did it the right way, where it's like you don't have to wait 6 months for it to come out like Kakaguri. Whereas like Kakaguri, Compulsive Gambler, like that one, it's like technically airing weekly in Japan, but then Netflix holds it hostage for half a year, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, no, this was like a Netflix
discussion.
This was like made for Netflix, so it dropped all at once. So it's just like,
yeah, and
like,
it was
you know,
made
Orange
to
is the New
binge
Black
too.
and all that shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, and like, so, yeah, Masaki Yuasa is like, he's like a legendary modern director. In my opinion, he's the best like current director we have that's like still working on stuff, because like obviously Miyazaki's pretty much retired and all that, and like Satoshi Kon is dead, and you know you have all these old directors from the past that aren't going anymore. But then Masaki Yuasa, he's like the new guard. You know, he's got a lot of classic stuff that'll be on our Anime of the Decade list. But like Devilman Crybaby, he puts his own spin on the Devilman franchise. So like Devilman itself was what, from the 70s? Like
by Go Nagai.
Go Nagai, yeah, another legend. Like Go Nagai basically invented like fucking everything. Like
he was the guy. You know how Mortal Kombat came out, and that's how they came up with the video game rating system. He was the guy doing that with anime in Japan. Like, yeah, like people were like protesting against it and shit. And
yeah, and actually, Go Nagai was at Anime Expo this past year.
Oh yeah,
but it was like the way that the Japanese sometimes do with their like creator like signings and stuff like that is like it's really dumb sometimes, like because apparently with Go Nagai, like you could get something signed from him, but it had to be merchandise that you bought at that convention, like it dealt with specifically Cutie Honey merchandise from the 2018 show. So
God, that was so terrible.
And like they wouldn't let him, you know, you couldn't really talk to him or meet him or anything, and like you would just have to like hand them your thing. It was like a lottery system too. Like you'd pay money to get into a lottery, and you might get something signed. And it's just like, oh man, I wish there was a better way to do it.
Nick's convention rants. There you go. It's a new section we're doing on our show.
Yeah, I know that the AWO podcast had a whole spiel on that. They gave like better details for it, but
if I had to give my biggest disappointment of 2018, it would be the Cutie Honey. It would be that Cutie Honey show. That's for
over
sure.
Progressive.
Oh, okay, that's true. They tie. How about that?
Okay. Well, it's
Progressive's worse. Progressive's worse.
Yeah, I didn't have expectations for it, but anyway, yeah. But like Devilman Crybaby, I know like Danny didn't love it as much as me and Sam did. And even I understand that it had a lot of flaws. The pacing at the end was kind of a little bit too fast. They
Yeah, they had a little bit of felt a little rushed.
Yeah, and the thing with Ryo, the main one of the main characters, like his character was a little bit, it was strangely characterized a couple of times. But that's the thing. Like the thing with Devilman though is like it's not really about the characters so much. Like we mentioned it, because Go Nagai, his characters are just like so ridiculous. Like it's weird. A lot of like the really strong characters from anime that we remember aren't actually from these really old shows. Because like a lot of the old stuff is just like the concept of it and like just going to one extreme or the other. I'm generalizing. It's not, there's exceptions to it, like Rosa Versailles and Shida no Joe, but like a lot of it, like Mazinger Z, like Go Nagai made. It's like, dude, it's not about the characters, dude. It's like it's the fucking robots, like the cool shit going on.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
And with like Devilman, it's all about like that end of the apocalyptic feeling to it, and like just the extreme circumstances. So
the atmosphere.
Yeah, and just like how fucked up people can end up being and stuff, and like how like deep and dark and evil stuff can get. So like that's more of what it's about. I'm not going into this expecting Evangelion or Berserk, And those, I mean, you mentioned that before. Those two were direct influences they were influenced by Devilman. But yeah, like, and the sound, when we mentioned it too, the soundtrack for Crybaby, one of the best, I would say one of the best anime soundtracks ever. Directing's really good. Like Sam, you were talking about the animation. They had like, the character designs weren't super detailed like Violet Evergarden, but they moved so fluidly.
Yeah.
Like especially in episode 1 when they're like battling the demons and like
the nightclub scene. Yeah.
Yeah, the nightclub scene. There's like people are just like fucking and like getting eviscerated at the same time, and it's like holy shit.
Oh my god, dude, it's fucking.
Yeah.
In that Devilman movie, that was kind of like a reboot of it too, or a retelling of it. That nightclub scene is in that one too, and this was a great tribute to that scene, also. And it was just like, it was done so well. But yeah, I like adding to what Nick said about the atmosphere. I would say another anime that's similar to that is Reign the Conqueror, which is about Alexander the Great and the conquering of Macedonia and stuff like that. But they use this ominous feeling that Alexander the Great is actually the Devil King and he's going to bring the end of the universe and whatever and all this shit. It was crazy. But yeah, Devilman Crybaby is pretty cool. It's very sick. Misaki Yuasa is awesome for taking on something that is kind of a big deal, kind of a classic, and being able to make what he made
on the shoulders of giants, like one legend directing another legend's property. Here's the
nutshell,
funny thing.
yeah.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. Like, Devilman Crybaby isn't even Yuasa's best show or best work, like, at all. There's like at least 2 or 3 others that are better. So that's the crazy part. Like, once we get to the anime decade list, I'm like really excited for that now. But like in 2020, Yuasa is gonna be up there for sure. Like, you'll see. So,
hell yeah,
yeah.
Our number 2 was actually After the Raid.
This is another surprising
so
one.
Good.
This is
so
a good show.
Koiwa Amagari no Yuni.
Love it.
This is
we should let Danny start on this one.
Wit Studio. Yeah, dude.
Because we talked
Winter
over
2018.
Devilman.
Yeah, we were popping off. Sorry.
I mean, Sam, you can help me with this. So.
Yeah, Danny really loved this one though. So I mean, just like I really loved it too.
This was just like a lighthearted, pedophile-esque done right, if you will.
But that's not what it was at all, though. That's just what people.
I
thought
know,
it was.
no, of course it. That's just the trolley title or the trolley plot of it.
Because it's not even a romance. It says it's a romance, but like.
But it's more. I want to say it's more of a slice of life. To be quite.
It's
honest.
like an anti-romance almost. Because like. Yeah, that's not really. It's weird because like it almost it's like a Lost in Translation thing. The movie Lost in Translation, with Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the same idea as that.
can't really have an opinion on that because I've never seen Lost in Translation.
Well, you got an older guy and a younger woman, and they both.
No, I understand that aspect.
The thing is, like, they both are like kind of dissatisfied with their place in the world, and they're trying to find, you know, their passion and like what they want to do. That's what this is doing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, but honestly, like, when I was watching this, I really wanted Akira to go back to track, because you can tell in her face, you know, like every time she was watching the track and field team practice and stuff, she was just like looking in afar, and her best friend is all like, you should come back, like, when are you coming back? And even the doctor was saying like, oh, you can start physical therapy now, and she's all like, no, I'm not going to. And it's like, why? Come on, I want to see you. I want to see you run.
That was part of what
time off.
That was kind of what powered the main plot, though, which was her gravitating toward her boss at the restaurant. You know, Kondo, Mr. Kondo, and how their quote unquote
best dad ever. I love him.
Kind of formed, yeah.
But you put a little respect on Nita's name.
Yeah, put a little respect.
Whatever.
But like it was innocent, you know what I mean? It wasn't like
super innocent, and it was so what's the word am I looking for? So humble, you know,
like understated. It wasn't like a melodrama.
Yeah, but like even Kondo, his personality in general was very humble. Even when Akira confessed that she liked him and everything, and he's all like, you know, you're young, I understand how you feel and everything, but like this can never happen, you know. Right.
And it very well could have turned into one of those like messed up
pedo-y kind of feels, but
it didn't, and it kind of was just like it was exploring that innocent kind of love and the reasons why they gravitated toward each other, you know. Like Nick said, because they were in a place in their lives where they weren't feeling,
they were just like discontent.
Complete.
Yeah, they were incomplete. Yeah, you had it right, incomplete.
But they found content in each other, and it was just kind of like,
like not even in each other. It's like it was almost like a temporary friendship, like, and that's what I like, where they like helped each other move on, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they realized it's like this isn't going to work in the long term, obviously. So like, you know, we helped each other out, and now we can go forward. Like that's the good part about it.
Not only that, you know, you even saw the struggles that Kondo-san had, you know, with his kid and his writing even, you know, like we didn't even know that he was a writer until like maybe later into the episodes where his friend came into play and he was a really famous writer and stuff. So, and you notice that Kondo-san was writing a novel, like in the process of writing a novel and stuff like that. You saw that kind of side, and even at the like the book fair, I want to say, like kind of, or like the that flea market esque type of area where like there was used books and stuff, and you saw like his hobbies, like what he likes and stuff. So that was really nice to see, especially in an older character, kind of. And that's in a way what I kind of liked about this show, is that you have like a main character was a very old character, as an age difference. You know, he's 45, so that's really old for a main character, at least in a show.
And she was 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, we should clarify, that's not like pedophilia. That's just fucking weird.
Underage.
Underage. Yeah, because like
inappropriate.
Uzumade would be that category. Remember, because like that girl was like 8 or something. But 17 is way different. So like, Just to
Yeah.
clarify.
Let's
you
just
know.
clarify.
There's a
that,
gradient. You know, there's a gradient of how wrong it gets, and
Yeah.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
there's a little bit of nuance to it.
Yeah, and nuance is definitely important.
Especially these days, everyone's just like one extreme or the other. It's like, no, well,
Yeah, no, treat
there's
everything
some
with
discussion
nuance,
to be had.
Right, yeah.
So
And even this,
we're not
even the
defending
animation,
the bad things, obviously, but
yeah, even for this animation too. Again, this had this nice like old school, art style to it, especially
Yeah,
with,
Wit Studio is
Tachibana.
this was by
Yeah, that-
Studio Wit, which I think they did Steins Gate, I think.
Wit Studio.
I
let's
believe
see.
so.
They did Attack on Titan.
Oh, Attack on Titan. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
Bone Daddy.
Bone Daddy.
Bone Daddy.
Oh, yeah. The
And,
Magus Bride, Attack on Titan.
Attack on Trains.
They did Rolling Girls.
Rolling Girls actually had some cool animation. It wasn't like the best show.
I love
but
that show. It wasn't the best show,
Yeah.
but it had a very nice, humble.
That was one
like,
of the first seasonal shows I
cute girls
watched.
doing cute things, kind of thing.
Mostly
they
Attack on
do?
Titan.
Yeah, they did the
But-
movie. Wits did the movie Hal. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but that movie
No.
is really.
I'm just thinking
that
of
movie is
2001
very
Space
sad.
Odyssey.
That movie's very sad.
Oh, dude,
very
they did.
emotional.
They did that new Pokemon movie. That's crazy. Oh, the whatever, the Power of Us or whatever it's called, and they're doing Vinland Saga. So there you go.
Oh,
Um,
shit.
And
Vinland
they did the
Saga's famous.
fucking.
Right.
They did the fucking Star Fox. Overlay. Anyway.
After
Star
all,
Fox.
Star Fox. That's what matters.
Star Fox Johnson.
Star Fox Johnson.
Star Fox Johnson. Could you imagine Star Wolf rolling in? I can't let you do that, Star Fox Johnson. Yeah, fucking Peppy. What are you saying? You're not saying anything. Anyway, Wit Studio.
I can't get these guys off me.
They're doing. They're animating. Did you mention this song that
I
they're
just
doing
said it, yeah.
Vinland Saga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys keep
Yeah.
repeating stuff.
I'm
Everyone
sorry.
yell at-
Repeating
everyone
me,
yell at Nick.
And you're repeating Psalm, Danny. It's like the human centipede.
Hashtag repeating on the
Ew.
podcast. Sorry.
Ew, that's gross.
And I had diarrhea the other day, so you guys are going to get a mouthful.
Oh my god. No. Why did you have to make that public? Why did you have to announce that? No one wants to hear
That might be fake. Maybe it's a joke. You don't know. It might be a bit. Maybe.
Ew.
To Nick's credit, it was only a little bit of diarrhea. All right.
It was mostly gas.
Our number.
Oh god.
I like how we went from after the rain to diarrhea. Okay. Anyway,
Well,
that's
yeah.
our number 2.
Oh, dude,
It's
I
a
almost
good
picked
show.
After the Rain for my ED, for my best ED. And
True
OP,
that.
actually. That had a really good OP and ED.
I
so-
love the OP for After the Rain. It was so hard picking an OP. Because
there's a lot of
so
good
many
ones.
good ones. There's a lot of good ones.
But, I mean, we had to go with Kokoku. So there was
No.
really no other option.
no,
Mm-hmm.
Sam agrees.
no,
Um,
I don't.
I just like Miyavi.
All right.
I never watched that show. I should watch it. Kokoku.
Before we say number 1, 3 guesses, audience.
We'll give you. We'll give you a minute.
I'll give you to the count of say. say.
Daisuke. Nene, nene.
Our number 1 is Asobi Asobase.
Quickly, tag yourself. Which girl are you? I'm Olivia. Sam, you're the glasses girl, because Danny's Hanako.
Yeah, I'm Kasumi.
Wait, how am I Hanako though?
That's your favorite
Uh,
one.
'cause
Okay,
it was
fine.
your
Pick
favorite.
another one.
No, I mean, I just want to know opinions on how I'm Hanako though. Just
Actually, I would
because-
probably be Hanako.
I feel like you would be more of the Hanako.
I would definitely
No,
be Hanako.
actually, I don't know. You're kind of a bullshitter though, so Olivia is
Maybe.
definitely more your personality.
Also, I'm
Maybe.
white.
I mean, I'm white as well, but
Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything.
yeah. All these
Tag
anime
yourself.
characters are Japanese anyway, so it's like
Yeah, Asobi Asobase Workshop of Fun. It aired summer 2018, and it was by Studio Lurch, based on a manga.
So good.
It's just about these 3 girls. One of them is an American transfer student named Olivia.
oh my god, the director did Angel Beats and Assassination
God, really?
Classroom. Yeah, Seiji Kishi, Carnival Phantasm, a few Fate
Carnival
shows. Because the directing in the show was really funny at times. Tsukigakure, yeah, there you go. Tsukigakure, a lot of people love that one.
This is where anytime you hear me go Sugoi.
Yeah, that's a new thing now. That's like part of the
it was
vocab.
in the because
This show was definitely the most recommended show that I would give to people. You know, people would ask me, Danny, what, do you have any recommendations? And I always say Asobi Asobase as my first show that I recommend to everybody. And everyone comes back to me and says, Danielle, this is the best thing I've ever watched.
That's surprising because it's a comedy show, so some people it's like hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, except for my best friend, because I told her to watch this, but she's super picky with her shows. Like, she doesn't want high school shows. Like, she can't stand that kind of plot of anime. She said that she can't relate to them, quote unquote. But there are some good high school related anime that you can relate to
like K-On!
Shit.
Yeah,
But
like My Hero Academia. Yeah,
she's just super picky and she's a freaking hipster about it. So
she's a bitch.
I love her though.
I'm just kidding.
This is I'll talk shit about Danny's friend.
She's such a Brita. If you've ever watched Community.
Community.
Man.
No, Asobi Asobase though is just ridiculous. It's all over the place. And each episode's got two or three? It's each episode's got
each
three.
episode has two. No, each episode has two scenarios that's going on.
It's like SpongeBob, yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's got two, yeah.
Oh, A plot,
Yeah.
B plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these girls, they start a club where
It's the
try and
pastimes
do
club.
fun-
They just bullshit. That's it.
the pastimes club where they're trying to discover pastime games and stuff like that, but
They
literally it's
play,
just them bullshitting the whole time.
Yeah, crazy games with weird stakes, like the shoe kicking game, the one that that Hanako made up, where she makes up her own board game and they have to do humiliating tasks. They go in front of the teacher and posing as Sailor Moon, and they shoot him with a Kamehameha, and he
oh yeah, and he
breaks his
kind of
back.
he goes along with it too. Yeah. There was also some Persona 5 references.
Oh my god.
So
The best
Dude,
part
the one
though is
that's
just
so
the faces.
The one that still gets me is the pool one in the first episode.
Oh, where the
the
teacher
teacher-
drinks it.
Yeah, and he's just actually one of us had an accident, and he drinks it.
He's like, I've
Ew.
tasted
He was
it, and it doesn't taste like urine.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But before that, when they were in the pool, Hanako is and Kasumi are in it, and Kasumi's got the biggest boobs out of all
Oh
of
yeah, I
them.
remember this part. Yeah, yeah.
So Hanako is looking at him, and she's like, "Wait, are your boobs natural or whatever?" And she's like, "I don't know." And that's when she goes, "Sugoi." Dude, so fucking funny. The way these girls interact with each other.
And
The
Olivia's the
just-
only one with body odor because she's white.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. A lot of Asian people don't have BO, or at least
Dude,
not as bad.
Dude, shout out to Trisha. She doesn't shower for a week at a time, and she doesn't stink. She doesn't have sweat glands. It's
Oh,
fucking
GG.
weird.
I would smell
I
like
know.
ass. I would smell
Dude,
like sweat and poop.
I gotta shower every day because I smell like Smokey. Smokey stinks.
Yeah, fucking smoky, dude.
Fucking stinks, dude. Anyway,
God, I smell so bad. I'm disgusting.
I don't even know how to describe this show or how to say it to you. You just have to watch it.
It's just a
You have
super
to-
absurd comedy.
If you've ever had that group of friends that you just hang around every day during high school or even now that you just bullshit with doing nothing all the time. This
AKA
is like
some.
yeah, aka
Well, it's
aka us three.
it's the Mal recommendations are really good. Daily Lives of High School Boys. That's a really popular one. Nichijou, obviously. Plastic Nissan.
Oh, Nichijou, yeah.
Azumanga Daioh. Golden Boy, which we've mentioned. Aho Girl. Take You. All of these are pretty good examples of it. Somebody recommended Kakaguri, but which I guess makes some sense because they do these crazy Ahagao faces and they play these death games. But Pop Team Epic recommended right on there. I wonder why. Okay.
Poo-poo.
Got a great show recommended, but not on our list. That's fine.
Yeah, so there you go. That's our cumulative top 10 of the anime summies of 2018.
The summies. I love that
The
term.
summies. So let's take this opportunity just for a little bit here to kind of mention some of the ones that we would have put in our top 10, but we didn't because they were either sequels, shonens, or shorts, or
because the other hosts didn't vote them in because can't all have good taste.
Yeah. My extra list is kind of smaller, so I'm just gonna go through mine real quick. Working Buddies and Skullface Johnson. The reason is because they're short. So, Working Buddies though is because Catface Johnson, fucking the Kuhiko, the gray cat. He's a Russian blue cat. He's based off of Smokey. And if you tell me that he's not, you obviously have not done your research.
The royalty check is in the mail for Smokey.
The royalty check is in the mail. I already talked to them about it, so shut up. And if you're asking where I get the checks from, you don't know her. She goes to a different school. But anyway,
you don't even go here.
You don't even go here, dude. Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power arc. Just Dragon Ball Super. My Hero Academia, Food Wars Season 3. I mentioned those earlier during our sequel things.
That sounded like one show. My Hero Academia, Food Wars Season 3.
Yeah, Food Wars Season 3. The beginning, the movie, the game. High Score Girl was on my personal top 10.
Yeah, that was a good one, yeah.
High Score Girl was pretty good.
I remember I didn't like it as much when we reviewed it. But
sure. I think it's because you couldn't get past the animation.
Yeah, I did end up finishing it, and it was, it was a pretty decent show. Yeah, it was decent. The ending was a little abrupt, but
it definitely because they're making a season 2.
Okay, well there you go.
So
yeah, a lot of people were telling me too, like, "Oh, Sam, read the manga," but I know if I read it, I won't want to watch the.
Yeah.
But for fighting gamers like me and Danny, like especially, it was just like
that's why I don't get Sam. How do you read Attack on Titan manga when the anime is way better?
Because the anime took too long, so I read the fucking
That's true,
manga.
They took 4 years like an idiot.
They took forever, so I
Why
fucking
would they
read it.
wait that long?
And now I already know everything, so it's like fucking crazy. Anyway.
It's so funny because with High Score Girl, I recommended this show to my friend Richard.
Shout out to Richard
because he's a huge Street Fighter fan. He loves.
Let me tell you, he gave you a girl a run for her money. I'll tell you that right now.
Even though you uninstalled it.
Yeah, because I got sick of it. I don't know. I might reinstall it just to play him once. But he's really good.
No. And then I told him to watch it. I said, yeah, Richard, you need to watch this because this is right up your alley.
It's right up your ass.
And I told him, I said, there is some CG in it, but just look past it, and maybe a couple of days later he came back to me and said, this is it, this is the best thing,
this is it, Chief.
and when he finished watching it, he's all like, I hate this show, it came out with a cliffhanger and I want more. And then he told me when he saw that season 2 was coming out, he's all like, season 2 needs to get here already. He was kind of like on a withdrawal of it.
Yeah, because
he wants more.
The character development is really good too. Aside from the video game marketing and commercials in between.
Yeah, it's got the love triangle going.
There were video game commercials for modern games in between and shit. But
yeah, it gave you some good information about when the PlayStation came out and all that kind of stuff.
No, yeah, it captured the 90s arcade scene and 90s video game boom very well.
Yeah.
Very, very well.
Oh, it sounds like awesome. You guys should have put this in your top 10. Sam did.
I mean, I did. I did as well.
Oh. Good. That's fair because you guys didn't have Pop Team Epic, so
whatever.
Also, I had Zombieland Saga in my top 10.
Yeah, Zombieland Saga and Revue Starlight were 2 idol shows that are not idol shows. You know what I mean? They are, but they aren't. They're not the typical Love Live.
They're faux idol.
Yeah, they're Idol Plus, basically.
I didn't care for Revue Starlight.
Yeah, I didn't care for Revue Starlight.
Yeah, it had a lot of good points, but it wasn't as good as Utena. So That's a high bar.
I like how on Nick's side list he's got Planet With on it on the top as number 11.
You mad?
I mean,
I am mad.
Oh no,
I
not,
didn't,
no.
show.
Okay.
My number 11 was actually going to be Mahou Shoujo Site. All right, whatever.
Uh,
Go ahead, Danny. Sorry, I interrupted.
Oh, well, I was gonna say like Planet With, like I didn't finish Planet With, but I do like the art design.
It's weird. It's one of those
it.
shows where like the author, he like really underplays all of the drama and just moves past it really fast.
Yeah.
So like in some ways that's good and in some ways that's bad.
it's bad. Yeah.
But like, and like it's the show started a little weird, and once you get past the first half, then they really zoom into the main story, and the first half is like they kind of build up to it, but that's why the show doesn't have like a super high rating. But I think it's worth watching. Like it's a good show. I just couldn't decide if I wanted it in my top 10.
And that's honestly, and that's saying something because I don't like big robot shows, and that's a big robot series.
God, not even. Dude.
It kind of is, sort of.
It kind of is, yeah.
It's like a
Shut up.
superpower.
It got animals in it. The big robots are animals.
Speaking of big robot shows, Hisone Tumaso-tan, we mentioned that.
Man,
Dragon Pilot.
I wish that show was better.
Yeah,
Same.
the
I don't
first
really
half
care
was
for
this
it
was the
either.
opposite of Planet With. Like the first half was really good, and then it kind of like fell off a bit, and then like it had a weird like sexist message in the middle of it or at the end of it.
I
Kind of.
hated that.
It's like, oh, women have to, or they can't fall in love if they want to do their job or something. And it's like, okay, well.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
I mean, it was still really cute and like well animated, and I really like the main girl because she just like she thinks out loud. I think that's funny.
Yeah, I think she was relatable to a lot of people with anxiety, with social anxiety,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice.
And that possible tism, she's got the tism a little bit.
She might be on the spectrum, yeah. But like, yeah, I'm also seeing Nick's list. Gaku and Babysitters Bloom Into You.
Yeah, Danny had that on her list. School
Doggone
babysitters.
is school babysitters.
That was
is
like
my number 7.
Diabetes in a can.
Diabetes in a
I
can.
and I'm glad that Nick told me to watch this because this one almost went over my head. I almost didn't watch it.
It's like Rugrats, but less of a mind fuck.
It's
more
so cute though.
Yeah.
The babies are so adorable. I
Yeah,
love it.
It's ridiculously cute. And then there's Yuru Camp, which is just like Iyashike slice of life healing show. A lot of people really like those types of shows. For me,
I low key want to watch
all
that
Arya.
one. I didn't finish that one either.
yeah,
I
Yuru
only
Camp's
watched,
good.
like,
It's
3
just like
episodes-
it's really
3
relaxing.
episodes.
If you just need to relax, it's a good one to go to.
Yeah.
Bloom Into You, good romance. Last one I'll mention,
Can we
Mahou
can we
Shoujo.
talk?
What?
Oh, you took the words right out of my
Oh,
mouth.
okay.
I was
Mahou
gonna say
Shoujo
let's talk about
Raising
let's
Project.
talk
Just
about
kidding. Mahou Shoujo Site.
Magical Girl Site in the English.
This one was like really ultra edgy. It's like Madoka taken to another extreme, where they have like these
It's-
girls who just want to. They're all suicidal and they just want to kill themselves. And so like
It's not that
Yeah.
good. It's really not that good.
it-
but it's
it
not.
Starts, it's like bad and good at the same time. That's why I love it.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's
I'm
so extreme and melodramatic, and like way over the top. But like that's what makes it good. That it makes it memorable.
but it's bad at the same time.
Yeah, the
But it's
people
bad.
are just despicable. Like they're monsters. They're horrible. Especially the brother. Like
The
holy shit.
brother. Ugh,
But
he's gross.
It
He
starts
makes me
out like
wanna
the main
throw
girl.
up.
She's getting bullied at school and like really bullied, like physically, like horribly. And then when she comes home at night,
And
her
that's
brother,
the thing.
her
Oh
brother
my god,
beats
that's
the
the thing
shit out of her.
That's the thing
It's
that
so
gets me
fucked
so
up, like-
mad about this show is that the
Yeah.
main character is getting physically and like physically and emotionally abused, and her parents don't even see it. They're like
Because
so blinded
because the
by
brother
it.
is like a prodigy. He's gonna go to Tokyo
yeah, he's like a
University.
straight
Yeah.
A student. Yeah,
It's
and,
really
like,
dark show.
It gets
so.
me so mad.
And they
Gets me
eventually,
so mad.
yeah, I hear you. Like I was actually getting kind of mad too, but it's like you gotta keep watching, Nick.
Yeah.
And they get their superpowers, they get their sticks, and there's like a bunch of crazy shit that goes on, like the site administrator. So like they get their powers from a website, Mahou Shoujo site, and they have administrators who are like these super duper creepy, like Junji Ito looking dudes with masks on.
Yeah. Well, they're girls.
They're girls,
actually.
yeah. But there's one that's a dude, I think. But
One of them, but that's about it.
and apparently the show, the source material is ongoing, so it's gonna, the anime ends at a certain point, but it's not, the story's not over. So that's why I couldn't put that one in my.
Well, because
top.
the source material is manga.
Yeah, they're not done with the manga
So
yet.
they're
but
not done with it.
I like how we're talking about some of these longer than we are about our top 10. Just because it's like Pop Team Epic. All right, you guys have an extra hour. Let's talk about Pop Team Epic.
No, we're
No.
good.
Nope, I'm good.
We're good.
Dude, the part where
Um,
Popoco is gonna smash the clock, and like the little bird comes out and it's like cuckoo, and it goes back in, and she's like, in 30 minutes you're dead, because she has to wait for it to come out. That's why it's great. It's like a 15-second little skit right there. That's all you need. Little drip.
So, does anybody got any final thoughts on 2018 before we head out and go on to 2019?
Baki the Grappler. Everybody
Baki
gotta
the
say that.
Grappler, Cardcaptor Sakura, Slime Kun.
Oh yeah, that's a continuing one, but we'll
Yeah.
talk about that in the next, because that's gonna finish in this next upcoming season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Reincarnated as a slime. That's like Overlord, but he's a good guy, pretty much.
He's overpowered.
Yeah, well, that's why it's
He's-
Overlord.
Overpowered slime.
Bunny Girl
Nice.
Senpai is a good show.
Nice.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I
Baki, dude, I can't stop thinking
think
about
it's. I think this has been a pretty good review, pretty good summies. We're gonna head to the after party now, and by after party I mean I'm gonna go to take a poop.
it. I'm gonna
feed
take
the
another
cats.
poop.
I'm gonna take
I'm gonna go to bed because it's 12:15.
Yeah, shit. But you know what?
Yeah,
It was a
GG.
good. I think we had a good summies for 2018. I think we did pretty good. I think our top 10, our cumulative top 10 is pretty fair. I think,
Yeah.
considering a
It was
lot
weird,
of
though, like, oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
it was a little weird. A lot
Just
of our
because
top 10s.
They all felt a little bit clumped. Like, it wasn't as obvious as last year, because like last year had Made in Abyss, Little Witch, that type of thing. That were
True.
like a step above some of the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then there was a bunch of them that we like completely agreed on. Like we all liked Megalo Box, Asobi Asobase. We all liked After the Rain, and we all liked Hinamatsuri.
But like,
So-
even we weren't even necessarily sure about our number one. Like Danny was, but I know I wasn't 100% sure about my anime of the year. Like I picked Devilman, but I don't even know. Like, is that my number one? I'll just do it.
I think
Why not?
I think Gridman or Aggretsuko is my number one. I can't really decide. It's like apples and oranges though, because Aggretsuko episodes are only 15 minutes, so I'd probably pick
Yeah.
like Gridman.
Well, that's the thing. It's just
for
like
sure.
there's you can just pick any of them and make an argument. That's the good part about it.
Yeah, for sure. And Megalo Box too. Damn, I don't know. Yeah, but
Asobi Asobase, hands down.
what is
Oh
your
yeah, that's a
fucking?
good one.
What's your 2018 look like? I know Zayla from our Discord, he had sent me his.
Oh, I'm gonna guess. Sorayori, that's his number one, right? After no,
shit.
it's After the Rain and Sorayori. Those are like his tops, right?
Crap, I forgot where I
Place
did. I
further
not
than
save
the-
it.
than the
Damn it!
universe.
But anyway, he
We'll assume
he
that's right.
fucking. Sorry, all right. He did like. I know he liked Megalo Box and some other people were gonna send me theirs and they didn't. I think they forgot to. But like, I know.
I'm curious what Mac would think of Place Further Than the Universe. I think he would
dude,
like
I
it.
bet you he'd like it a lot.
I think he
actually.
would like it.
I know Harvester. He was really into he did like Megalo Box and the shonens obviously. And but yeah, his anime of the year he told me even was Megalo Box. So
Wait, what was
That's
that?
legit.
It cut off for me.
Harvester, he said Megalo Box.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Was his favorite. Of
That's
the
a good
year.
thing about this year. Like, there's a lot of good shows, but I wouldn't say there's any like obvious masterpieces, like or obvious like number
Mm.
one. So it's like a
Mm.
give and take. Although
For
some
sure.
people disagree and be like, well, obviously it's this one. What are you
So-
thinking?
So what's your anime of the year, guys? You let us know. You be the judge, okay? And hit us up every week on Thursday when we come out a new episode on RSS feed. and new newscasts on every Saturday on the RSS feed. I've been Sam. That's been Nick. Danny Hoot Nanny. This has been your 2018 Anime Summies, and we've been the Anime Summit Podcast.
Sugo. We should all
I was
do that.
about to do it, and then you fucking did it.
I'll do it at the same time. I'll be like Sugo, and then you guys just join in with
Yeah.
Sugo.
Sugoi.